Vegeta, what does the scouter say about their subscriber count?
It's 9,010.
Wait, so you mean?
Yes, Nappa. It's over.
It's over?
It's over 8,000!
What Wait, what?
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been fighting kaiju all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Project, coming to you live and direct from the stacks. Smoke me out, family, that thing shit on my left. Hold it in the world, did.
With great dankness comes great responsibility.
Ooh, on my far right, choking people out on 1 to 2, choking people out on 3 to 4. Bruno!
Oathbreaker, why are you still doing the intro? I thought you were fired or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That's your Blue. What up?
To it all off, the best advice I've ever heard is never use harder as your safe word.
Damn. That is some great advice. Damn, Oathbreaker was all thrown off for being called an Oathbreaker.
Shit.
Thrown off.
Breaker of oaths.
Well, you are. Shame. Where my bell at? Damn.
Problems with the stream already. All right.
Ring the bell.
Is the stream going?
No.
Oh, well.
I mean, it's trying. I can see it struggling.
All right.
the little hamster wheel is running, spinning.
Oh, shit.
Old Benji, you want to do your RIP first?
I did not see an RIP this week. I might have missed somebody, but...
Yeah, there is one literally right there on the page.
Oh,
do you not know who he is?
Frank Lucas.
All right.
No, I didn't see this. I forgot. I forgot about this one here. Frank Lucas, notorious gangster.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't know who he is, American Gangster is based off of his life.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Denzel Washington played him. Some people, I guess, laud him as a entrepreneur of sorts. I mean, he was doing stuff that... Yeah, he was doing things...
He was a drug dealer.
Yeah,
I mean...
it's a business.
It's an illegal business.
He was still a business.
He was a pharmacy technician.
Oh, damn. I mean, God dang it. I guess to his credit, he was doing things that a lot of people didn't think a black man could do. And they didn't think that they had the thought process to set up a business like this, but he did it. He eventually got caught because someone knew that he could do it, while everyone else thought that he couldn't do it, got caught up and did his time, but he got released.
In the movie, and I don't know if this is accurate, but in the movie he wore like this
fur coat,
$10,000 fur coat, an Ali fight or something.
That's woman bottom.
Square Garden.
Yeah, I don't know if he killed someone out in the street just for people to see. I mean, it was the 70s. He might have.
It was wildness.
Yeah, I mean, back then, if he was, I mean, he was in what, Brooklyn, Harlem, both actually, because he was selling. But I mean, back then, I don't think cops was rolling through there. They probably would have got shot too, but you never know.
I don't know. Once they posted up a picture of him, I was like, he doesn't look anything like Denzel.
Of course he doesn't. But yeah, R.I.P. Frank Lucas. I mean, he was black version of Walter White.
I'm surprised he made it to his 70s, 80s.
I believe
he's an old man.
Did he die in prison?
Yeah, he was in prison from like 80s to like 99 or some shit like that.
Well, if what the movie said was true, he literally flew drugs back in the caskets of dead soldiers.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, so...
This was during the Nam.
Let's not make this guy a fucking hero.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not. That's what I'm trying to say. I wasn't trying to give him credit. He was a black fucking narcotics dealer, but he was doing shit that no one thought. People did not give him credit, thinking that we, as black men,
we could sell drugs that good,
or that we could think about a process like this, we were as good as the Mexicans.
There was definitely a difference between what he did and just the average like street dealer.
Oh yeah, he
on a higher level than that.
He had way bigger ambitions than that.
Yeah. So who's our listener of the week?
Oh, he was 88, by the way.
Sorry, I was trying to get the live stream up. Shit was all fucked up. Terra Seeds is a listener of the week. That would be a new listener.
That sounds like a rap name.
That's awesome.
Thank you very much for listening. We really appreciate it. I wonder if you're somebody that saw us at the Fanime panel. We saw a bunch of new listeners after that.
I hope so.
So we definitely appreciate it. And first in the chat would be Warrior Fella. What's going on? We got to see him live in person.
Oh yeah.
Well, we've seen him numerous times, but we put name to ID.
Well, he was in the chat before the fucking live stream was even up. He was chatting because we were having some technical difficulties, but it's fixed now. So.
Do you see what our homegirl Sam set up in the chat?
Yeah, Samantha was like, "Where BBC's at?"
Yeah.
Sorry, we're here now.
Wow, thunk right on the table.
What did Warrior Fella? What was his first? Since he was first in the chat room, what did he say?
He said he's got a Mace Windu Ultra Saber, which is a really good.
Oh shit! I just saw one. I literally just saw one in Niles Canyon, which is close by here. And one of the guys from this like antique store that had a copy of one, and he was like, "Oh, check this out." I almost turned around and was like, "I need that."
Those are some of the best lightsabers you can buy.
Oh my god!
It's the ones
they're pricey.
That's the one you can actually use, right? Like,
sort of, yes.
Kind of act
well,
with it.
it's not recommended. Yeah, it's not recommended that you battle somebody with it. It's fucking expensive. But
Fuck,
yes,
it's gotta be durable then.
It is actually durable. I've seen people use it, but it's like not recommended.
Yeah.
And like you can take the blade out actually too.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
Well, Warrior Fella, I believe, he's a huge Star Wars fan. I think we saw him cosplaying as Finn one year.
He did.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Good shit.
I forget what con that was, but yeah.
I think it was Silicon Valley. If I
think it
want to be
was.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It was
it
either
was.
that or it could have been WonderCon even. Maybe.
One of them.
One of them.
All right, where y'all want to go first?
So we want to start with some movie reviews. We got a few of them.
Oh, hold on. As we're talking about movies, I got to talk about fucking John Wick.
Oh, okay.
How I almost choked somebody out in the fucking middle of the movie theater.
Oh yeah. talk about that.
I was like, dude. So this is the first time this ever happened to me. All right, where I actually had to tell somebody to shut the fuck up, but I did it politely. All right, so John Wick, the movie starts. John Wick 3, Parabellum, and as the movie starts, these two dudes next to me just kept chatting, and like one of the friends next to them
Where are you
kept
watching
chatting.
this?
It was in San Jose. It was at what's it called?
The AMC
Santana
or-
Row.
Oh, okay.
So not a bad part of town.
Oh, you weren't at
Santana Row.
You weren't at Icon, huh? Because they have two theaters there. There's one there and one across the street.
No, we're at Cinema some shit.
Cinema 12 or something.
Cinema Quest.
It's a nice theater,
Next to Ike's.
Anyway,
Yeah.
they were talking, the movie starts. There wasn't dialogue yet, but dialogue goes on, they keep talking, and I was just like, you alright?
Fucking
That's
Samantha
not
in the chat, dude.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Sorry.
Yeah,
No,
Bruno
go
almost
ahead.
choked.
So she's like, ask O Ninja, where can I find a Ultra Saber vibrator?
Oh, man.
They're definitely out there.
Yeah,
They're definitely out
you gonna have to hit us up at the DM.
I'll make me spit out my yak.
Anyway, so, the movie starts, there's dialogue going, they keep talking, more dialogue coming, they keep talking, and I was just like, I'm fucking getting pissed. It's like me and K-Max date night. We don't get very many date nights. And I'm like, do I potentially ruin this date night by fucking these people up next to me?
They're to the side or behind?
To the side, like literally right next to me. So there's like no way I could not hear them, because they're right next to me. So after a while, like literally maybe like 5 minutes max goes by and they're talking. And I'm like, I look at the guy next to me, I'm like, hey man, can you stop talking? And he goes, oh, I'm sorry. He's a white dude next to me. And this black dude next to him that he was talking to, he looks at me and goes, you don't gotta be a dick about it. I look at him, I go, uh-huh. And I fucking start watching the movie. They shut the fuck up the whole goddamn movie.
Good.
So I was like, dude, either enjoy this movie, enjoy John Wick, or you're about to get fucking John Wick in this fucking theater. Because I was like, I haven't seen this fucking movie, and you guys are just talking like you're at home or some shit, but this isn't the way you talk about some shit. Shut the fuck up and enjoy the movie.
And they tell you that before every show.
Literally, yeah. And then there was, what's funny? Before the shit even started, there was a guy down at the bottom when the previews are going, and he was on his phone the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wish I had a fucking laser pointer.
Yeah.
Because like if the movie starts and he's still on his phone, I'll fucking definitely laser point that shit. And then all of a sudden these guys start talking to the movie. I'm
During
just like,
previews, I think it's fine.
do a preview.
Yeah,
it's
preview's fine.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
'cause
fine.
who gives
Talk all
a
you
fuck?
want. But like during the fucking movie, shut the fuck up. Like I'm not. I didn't pay money to listen to you banter about your bullshit life.
Yeah.
I came here to watch John Wick shoot people in the face.
There you go.
And kill motherfuckers with knives and horses and shit.
Yeah.
So-
that movie was fucking dope.
Yeah, what's your take on the movie?
Oh, I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was full of fucking violence. I think some of you guys said there was parts where you had to look away. Was it the part with the guy with the eye?
Yeah, I was like, oh no, I can't.
He saw that shit coming.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Yeah, that shit was great.
He saw the name brand of that fucking knife.
Yeah, it was good to see Holly Berry's get down. You know, I was like, damn, with the two. Have you watched it yet?
I haven't seen it, but go ahead.
Shit, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
All right, well, I mean, it's a good movie.
I'll see it eventually.
Do you agree with like I think a couple of weeks ago when we reviewed it, I said that it's just like Max Fury Road, where there's not really a story. It's just all action.
I mean, there is a story.
I mean, there is, but it's like it's kind of the same thing where he flies to try to redeem himself and he comes back, and that's basically what they did in Max Road. He went all the way to this area and then came back.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta. I think this whole trilogy is really interesting because they basically don't stop the timeline.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
At the end of the first one is the start of the second one. The end of the second one is the start of the third one. So you're like missing no time here.
Yeah.
So if you don't watch like the previous movies, the movie's gonna be seen like really fucked up. Just like, why is this guy all fucked up? Why is he doing this? Why is he mad? Yeah, you have to watch him like all in a row. And it's it was good to see like people that I knew in the movie. You know, like the guy from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Got his dick bit off, but yeah.
And
wait, I thought he didn't know. That's right.
No,
he didn't die in the first one.
There's a different character. No, he does die in the second one.
Okay.
There's another character from Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay.
What's his name? Braun is in this one.
Gotcha.
See, like when I was watching the third one, I'm like, oh man, what the hell? Where's Cameron or Cameron? Like Common? Like where's Common? Because he was in the second one.
In the fucking hospital.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, oh yeah, this continues from the second one, so he's probably still in the fucking in the subway with the knife stabbed in his fucking abdomen or some shit.
Definitely not okay.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though is that he's not the main villain, but like the main I guess the head badass.
Mm-hmm.
He's the guy from fucking the American cooking show.
Ninja Warrior.
La Cuisine.
It's Mark Dacascos.
Yeah.
It's Mark Dacascos.
I'm like, and so I told K-Max, she's like, oh my god, that was him. I was like, yeah, he's like a legit actor.
I like when I was watching it, I was like, I know this guy from somewhere. I couldn't remember where, but right when you said, I was like,
Iron
oh
Chef.
yeah, he's Iron Chef. Yeah,
great.
He's the Iron Chef guy in America.
I didn't know he acted.
Yeah,
He's been acting. He's been acting for a minute.
Common got fucked up by Joker in Suicide Squad, and he got fucked up in John Wick.
Oh, he did, because he tried to fuck Harley Quinn, and then Joker fucks him up.
Anyway,
You know, Common characters usually get fucked up in his movies. Like even in Wanted.
yeah, he did get fucked up.
And he got fucked up in another one too. I can't remember the name. Was it Slevin or whatever? Something Slevin?
I've seen Slevin. Yeah, I don't remember him in that.
that one?
I know he gets fucked up in Street Kings. He was hella badass, and then him and Keanu Reeves are in that shit too. Keanu Reeves fucks him up in that movie.
I'll tell you what though, Keanu Reeves is the only man on the planet that can have a shitty beard and get away with it. His beard is so fucking shitty.
Yeah, it's kind of patchy, man.
It just works for that dude. It
does.
You know, it just works for
John
him.
Wick. And actually, I mean, there's been obviously in the Neo or Matrix movies, he didn't have any beard back in the day.
Yeah, he's pretty clean shaven.
He's just carved himself a fucking niche over the course of what, 25, 30 years now?
I'm like,
Well, what's weird is that he used to be known as kind of like a shitty actor.
Yeah,
right?
Bill and Ted.
Even in Speed, he was like, yeah, he's okay.
A little stiff.
Then he did, The Matrix, and it was like, he did a lot better acting, but then he also did way better action.
Yeah.
Right. I think John Wick, he's a decent actor, and he does really good acting.
And he's done smaller, like romantic comedy parts too.
Yeah,
he's done some of everything.
He was in a movie that I was actually watching last night. It was like it was an Asian rom-com.
Yeah.
And he was in that as like himself.
Yeah, isn't that
oh yeah,
douchebag,
it was
on Netflix?
what's it called?
Call Me Maybe?
No.
Or You'll
There's like a
Always Be
play
My
on that.
Maybe.
Always Be My Maybe.
Always be my maybe. Yeah.
Great soundtrack, by the way.
I watched that movie just because Keanu Reeves was going to be in it, and I just wanted to see the part that he was in because that shit was fucking funny. Because so there's an Asian girl and she's talking to her friend and like she's like, oh yeah, my boyfriend's here, and he walks in, it's fucking Keanu Reeves, and like, oh, it's just gonna be Keanu Reeves playing a person like another person or whatever.
Nope.
But no, he's playing himself. And he's just walking around, the music's playing, his fucking hair is like blowing, so he like walks over and starts talking to other people. It's great.
But he's super douchey.
Yeah.
Like in real life, I don't think he'd be that douche because I've seen like videos of him like outside of movies and stuff. He doesn't seem like a douche, but in this one he's like ultra douchey.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty funny because in the show it's by Ali Wong. Ali Wong's the main character. She's a comedian. She's also one of the writers for Fresh Off the Boat.
Okay.
And I think her boyfriend or whatever, he's from Fresh
He's
Off
the
the
star
Boat.
on Fresh Off the Boat,
Yeah.
which is funny.
he was also in that movie. He played Kim Jong Un.
Oh, and
the one with Seth Rogen.
Yeah,
He's in that. That's him.
he also
Oh shit.
he's also in Ant-Man. He plays the FBI guy.
He does. Yeah.
Ant-Man and Wasp. Yeah.
That's hella funny.
But I was really surprised on Halle Berry's like action, because usually she's been in like James Bond and stuff like that, but like to see her being like badass and like using the guns and everything was fucking pretty dope.
Dude,
I
It's
would
the
honestly,
dogs.
I would watch a spinoff with her.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
seriously.
too.
But you know what's funny is that back in the day, it's funny you brought up James Bond, is that when she was in that movie, they were legit putting in development Jinx. That was the name of her character. They were going to do a spinoff of Jinx.
Oh, wow.
In the same universe, but it just kind of fell apart. But I wish that they would do a spinoff of her in a movie, because it's good.
Which Bonds? She was in the ones that before.
Pierce Brosnan.
The last
It was
one,
the last one. It was like the
Casino Royale.
No, it was like Die Another Day or something.
Yeah. But when you're watching the John Wick and you see Halle Berry's team, like when she's on the screen, they mainly focus on her. Like they actually focus away from John Wick, which is kind of cool. Which makes it seem like, oh, okay, maybe she's gonna take on the mantle of like the killer or whatever. I don't know. That's the impression I got, but it didn't go that way.
Badass though.
I'm already hearing a whole lot of industry buzz that John Wick 4 is already kind of green.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's
it
definitely.
kind of it kind of needs to, because one, he's kind of older and they need to get it out, because like there's a good window for them. If not, they'll miss an opportunity.
Well, and the end of this one is like, it's wide open. Like,
Yeah.
they don't make a new one. It's just like, what the fuck?
Keep doing it.
So, yeah, just keep doing it. So, yeah, it's not going to get old.
No.
Yeah.
It's not.
Wasn't there also rumors about him playing, maybe him playing Wolverine?
So there's that, but I think the more substantial ones are him coming into the MCU with the Eternals, but I don't know what character. It's all rumor mill right now.
Yeah, okay.
We'll see. But so everybody loved John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick was. I mean, Halle Berry's scene that stole the show for me. Her dogs actually stole the show for me. That shit was the shit that they were doing. I mean, I've seen dogs in action doing shit, but I mean, they were heavily featured, and she's calling out commands, and they're just wrecking shit, like tearing shit up, and she's doing her gun kata shit. It's fucking great.
Nice shit.
Yeah, it's ultra violence. I fucking love it.
I think-
and like the guy that played the head villain, I forget his fucking name. He's like basically a goddamn ninja.
Yeah.
But he is hilarious in the movie.
yes.
He's hilarious.
Mark Dacascos. He's a fucking cool dude.
And so are his minions. They're pretty funny too. They're actually, one of the guys was I think he was from the Raid.
Two of the guys are from the Raid.
Yeah,
they're from the Raid 2.
Yeah, but it's just
Actually, they're in both of them, I think, something like that. But they're in the Raid.
they're like funny ass action scenes, you know.
Yeah, it's funny to me because when you watch the Raid, everyone's the same height, and then you see them in John Wick, they're like
Tiny.
2 feet shorter than freaking, maybe 3 feet shorter than freaking Keanu Reeves. It was like, what the fuck? That's fucking weird. But they was not fucking around though.
Yeah, but it was cool. We got to see like action, like we got to see like ninja shit, like shit that was in like Batman Begins or whatever, where you got to see like people popping out of no fucking where, and that shit just kept fucking with me too. I was like, how? And they're in a glass goddamn room. Like, where the fuck they're popping out from? I mean, like filming wise, I know where they're coming from, but like, how are they like sneaking up on John Wick in a glass fucking room? It's like,
And then
fuck.
it's cool because when he does it,
Yeah, I was like, holy
he's all,
shit.
and they're like, oh, nice trick, Mr. Wick. And I was like, dude, this is great. I just
pretty
I mean, the villain was great because he was no slouch, but he kept like wanting like kudos and critiques from John Wick.
Yeah.
He's like, was that pretty good? You like that, right? Like, do you think I should do this? You think I should that? What did you think, man? I was fucking dying. I'm like, this is fucking hilarious.
So this is kind of weird. I think they should call the next movie The Matrix, because the way this one ended, because you saw like how it ended, the two characters.
Oh yeah.
This should just be The Matrix.
I think well, they need to bring Carrie-Anne Moss.
Yeah, she'll come in the
if she
next
she shows up, holy shit, I'll fucking lose my mind. Oh my god.
I haven't seen her in a while.
She was in
She was in Jessica Jones.
Yeah, she's in Jessica Jones. She was in
Daredevil.
She got some serious hips, man.
She doesn't. She does now. She didn't before.
It's funny if you go back and watch like The Matrix, like she had a little curve on her, but if you go and watch like Daredevil or
Jessica
Jessica Jones, you're like,
thick
what the
as-
fuck happened?
The
She
first
thick as
Matrix
hell.
was 99.
Yeah,
but
Literally 20 years
She
ago.
thick is because in what was it I think in the Defenders or whatnot, she's supposed to be dying and she like strips naked almost, and you see that thickness in all the right places. I was like, god dang.
Damn. Hogarth.
Hogarth.
Y'all see Godzilla, King of the Monster?
I did not. You know what's funny though is that I saw some of the previews, And I think the critics that watch this movie are dumb as fuck. Because I saw a bunch, like more than one review say that, oh, the monster parts were good, but the human parts were kind of lacking. I'm like, motherfuckers, you should not give a shit about the fucking humans in a monster movie. It's about the fucking monsters. Yeah. And that's the reason why the fucking first couple of ones that came to America fucking suck, because they focus on the human characters. I don't give a shit about the humans unless they're dying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, in general, that's absolutely correct. In this one, there's a lot of time that you spend with the humans. In fact, sometimes it's too much where you're not seeing monsters.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like,
you know, and obviously everybody going into they've been making these movies since the 50s, so everybody goes in for the fucking monsters.
Do you know why they made the Godzilla movies?
Well, Japan responding to the whole bombing
nuclear
thing.
war.
Yeah, they were just trying to show like how bad nuclear war or nuclear activity is on the environment, and that having nuclear stuff will create monsters and
successfully
shit.
In terms of like fiction, getting people to think.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever seen the first black and white one?
Oh yeah,
longest fucking time ago. It's been a while.
It was actually some environmental horror story kind of think piece stuff with some explosions. But anyway.
So you saw it?
Yeah, I saw it. Of course I saw it. I had to see it. It's Godzilla. Gojira.
See, did you like... so I love the CGI.
Oh.
Everything with that
you saw it too?
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, nice.
I have to say, I mean, with a lot of the critics, the humans do stupid shit. They're doing dumb shit. Like
Eleven's mom especially.
She did the dumbest shit. She did stupid shit. I'm like, dude, this is Vera Farmiga. She's an amazing actress. She's like Academy Award level winning. She hasn't won, but she's on that level. And her character does the dumbest shit. She has the dumbest motivations. I'm like, really, bitch? Like, you're really gonna fucking basically destroy the world just because you lost a kid? Like, a bunch of people lost fucking kids. Not get over it, but just like, you don't need to condemn the whole planet just because you lost a family member. Like, what the fuck? And the kid, like, I was cool with Millie Bobby Brown playing the daughter. She was cool all the way to the end, because then she starts doing what her mom does. I'm like, you dumb little fucking brat. This is fucking dumb. Like, the only reason the humans are in the film is to give you commentary. Yep. Like, they give you the names and they give you where they're potentially from, and that's kind of it. There's actually two that stand out. Most of the other critics, they really love Ken Watanabe because he brought it.
Yeah, he did.
He was holding it down for the humans. And then for me, it was the dad. The guy who was the dad.
What did you say, Ken what?
Ken Watanabe.
Watanabe?
Sure. That's what I said.
The dad was alright.
Yeah, the dad, I like to think that he starts out hating Godzilla and then he becomes his biggest fan.
Yeah.
Or he realizes that he's more of an asset than a fucking thing. The monster sequences, though, were fucking amazing. Yep. The monster fights, they fucking brought it. They did not disappoint. Like, Godzilla came and brought it. King Ghidorah. Yeah. They brought it with him. Like, he wasn't a slouch. It was a fucking full-on fight. I felt like the King Ghidorah had an advantage over Godzilla at one point.
Certainly.
But the humans fucked shit up. And they spend the rest of the movie trying to fix it. But then there's other monsters that come out that were great too. We get to see Rodan done right. Mothra did her thing, which was great, and they didn't have the weird priestess like they did back in the 60s. The monsters, this is a monster movie for monsters. You're gonna have to like ignore the humans if you see this, but the fights were amazing. The monsters look great. They fucking pound you over the head about fucking Skull Island and King Kong and shit. Like, we know it's coming. Stop fucking saying it every 15 fucking minutes. I get it.
When I went in, I didn't even realize that this was in the same universe until they kept reminding.
You don't remember at the end of Kong, or did you see Kong? Because your girl's in it.
Did I didn't see Kong.
I didn't see Kong either.
Kong Skull Island?
I'm thinking of the older Kong.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of the one with Tom Hiddleston, Samuel Jackson, and Brie Larson.
And that was 2 years ago, right?
Wait,
yeah, roughly.
Okay.
Is that the one also with Jack Black? Is he in that too?
Yeah. Oh, okay. No. Jack Black's in the Peter Jackson one.
Or Jumanji.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not in that.
As a girl. He's actually hilarious in that shit.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite movie of his now.
Yeah, at the end of Kong, they show a cave drawing of Ghidorah, or fuck.
Godzilla?
No, not Godzilla. The three-headed fucking dragon.
Yeah, the
Godzilla.
Alpha, Rodan,
Not Rodan.
So how-
King Ghidorah.
How does
There
you guys watch the Netflix show of Godzilla?
The anime?
The anime?
anime?
No,
I saw
not
the
yet.
First one.
Because there's three of them.
Yeah, this one is on par. You
right.
know, in fact, better. You know, because you get live action CGI.
Well, I think
awesome
even the anime one, I think, focused more on the people than the monsters.
Yeah, I mean, I look at anime a little bit differently from
Yeah.
like the theatrical live action, but
Especially American.
and the only other slight complaint, you know, I prefer, obviously, when I think of Godzilla, I obviously think of Japan and Tokyo being fucked up, and this is
In America.
Yeah.
mostly Western Hemisphere cities, I think.
Yeah, it's mostly most of the U.S. I mean, they give you a map
Yeah.
of like other creatures around the world. Oh, actually, there's a huge sequence in South America.
Yeah.
So, but I
Like
mean,
I said, Western
but
Hemisphere.
but most of it is the U.S.
Yeah.
Like Boston's a huge point, and then wherever the fuck on the like California. Apparently, San Francisco got fucked up from the 2014 one because apparently everyone evacuated San Francisco.
Yeah, and this
As you would.
Yeah.
well, this seems to take place pretty much right after them too.
No,
You know?
I think it's a couple years
Well, I'm
later.
sorry. They show that scene.
Oh yeah.
And
They
that's
show
where
a few
it
of
picks
those.
up
scenes.
off of. But all the way around, it's a solid fucking monster movie.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a whole bunch of complaints other than Eleven's mom was cringy as fuck.
they-
She just had stupid motivations. Just like, really, bitch?
Did they hint at like Mega Godzilla or anything?
No,
Or-
they hint at King Kong like a lot.
And that's the
I mean,
next
he's
movie
in-
for 2020, I believe.
Yeah, I mean,
Mechagodzilla?
he's even no, not Mechagodzilla. Like, there's a hint.
Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, there's a. I mean, you even see Kong for like 3 seconds.
But did they hint
Yeah.
at Mecha Barbara Streisand?
Oh my goodness.
Babura, Babura.
Oh my god.
If you don't get that reference, you're too young. You should be listening to this podcast.
Watch South Park, goddammit.
I love that shit.
Yeah, but it was all the way around solid.
Yeah, I thought this was definitely solid. I'm kind of biased when it comes to Godzilla, but I mean, the humans, they were just like, seriously, it was like, and like O'Shea Jackson, I thought he was gonna have more to do. Nope. Like his commander, she's in a bunch of other shit. She had one like really like great scene. She could have technically ended it all, but
She was too goddamn thick for that uniform.
She was,
Holy
but she could
fuck,
she
was
could
thick.
shoot.
Yeah.
I mean,
God damn.
but then that was her heyday. After that, she kind of like is background. And I'm
What you
like,
gonna do against giant
yeah,
monsters?
but I mean, I thought she was gonna do more. I mean, she was in command but I thought she was gonna, I don't know. I thought from her and the army's perspective, they were gonna do a little more. I mean, yeah, they help out Godzilla. Yeah, I get that, but this is Godzilla's movie. He ain't no fucking slouch.
Is this like? Are they doing their own like giant monster universe? Like,
Oh, yeah, already
Confirmed.
done.
It's already like
Yeah.
on the second or third stage almost.
Yes, it's third stage. So
Yeah.
fourth one is next year with Kong versus Godzilla. So
I'm with it.
Did anybody say Godzilla that way, like the old school?
actually,
Godzilla.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
Oh man, they missed out on fucking
They do
golden
say
opportunity.
different forms of his name, but
Do they call him like? Do they even mention like kaiju's and stuff like that? Or
a little. Yeah, someone
They
said
allude
it.
to it, I think.
Well, I think
don't think I heard kaiju.
I think one of the little scientist chicks, she says kaiju once.
Gotcha.
Is there an episode in Godzilla where Godzilla versus Ultraman?
Maybe.
I think there is.
Yeah,
feel like
that's
there
super
should be.
old.
Like with the guy in the suit kind of
Yeah,
battling.
It's suit on suit.
Probably.
Godzilla.
Yeah, we'll see.
Worth watching, y'all.
It is worth it. I mean, I highly recommend watching it in the theater.
Did they hint at little baby Godzilla? Remember that?
The son of
Son of
Godzilla.
Godzilla.
So I think they do just a little bit, but it's super subtle. It's not like over the head like Godzilla's pregnant or some shit.
There was a whole movie.
Yeah, there was a whole. Godzilla versus Ultraman.
What year did that come out?
It was 54?
Maybe.
I say 70s.
You say 70s? I say 54.
I could be wrong.
The comic or just
Watch it be 90.
Well, I know Godzilla did pretty well because it knocked off Aladdin and a few other movies from the top spot.
Dude,
Rocket
Godzilla.
Man or something?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it actually didn't do that well. I mean, it made like 50 million or
I thought it
something like
made
that.
70 million.
Domestically.
Yeah, domestically it made 50 million, but I think worldwide, I think it made like 100 something.
Yeah.
Hey,
A
I
little
mean, big monsters. That's what, if you want to see big monsters, that's what you see.
Yeah. But I think the one from 14 did all right, and Kong did all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the critics say if you took the human emotion from the first one and merged it with the fight scenes from this one, you'd have a perfect movie. This would be a 10 out of 10.
I think they were saying this one actually didn't do as much as the last Godzilla movie.
Oh, man.
The one with the incest thing going on or whatever. With Quicksilver
and Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Having a little kid.
We'll see.
I think that one made about 100
more?
million. Yeah. Opening weekend. Just opening weekend.
Opening weekend. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who fucking knows? All right. Did y'all already talk about Boondocks?
No, we have not.
No.
This is fucking big, man.
This is huge. We've been wanting this for years.
I thought Aaron Magruder was done, like completely done. Remember, it's a star-studded fucking voice acting cast. Yes. You got Samuel L. Jackson. You got fucking
Charlie Murphy.
R.I.P. Yeah. We got Reese. What's his name?
We have
John Witherspoon.
John Witherspoon. Yeah.
Yeah, but now they have Academy Award-winning Regina King. Is she gonna come back?
Yeah,
she's gotta come back.
I mean, she's been winning Emmys on TV and Oscars in film. So
yeah, that's hard to do.
That's hard to
afford her, basically.
Yeah, can they afford her with that money? I mean, Cartoon Network, if it comes to Adult Swim, they may try to count them pennies to get her back.
I really hope they do, because I mean, she did an excellent job of casting, doing both. Yeah, Riley and
she's Riley and Huey.
Huey's the voice.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Plus, there's so much fucking material.
Oh God! I mean, so much fucking material.
Yes, they get super political at times. They do. And all that.
It's good though.
Yeah.
Like when they did the whole Dick riding Obama thing, I was like, thank you.
They did that.
Yeah.
But the R. Kelly thing.
You could do R. Kelly again.
Yes.
They've done no episodes during the Trump era at all. I mean,
no Trump.
There is all kinds of material that they left. Because when did they stop? Season 3 ended, I want to say
season 4.
08, 09?
Season 4. Season 4 ended maybe 2010.
The last season, Aaron wasn't with them. Remember?
Really?
That was the thing with quality that fucking sucked.
Yeah. So. I know that season 4 was shorter than the rest.
The final episode was 2014, so it's been 5 years.
Okay. But like I said, that last season, he wasn't with them, and nobody fucking enjoyed it. I do remember.
I gotta look up the episodes because I don't even remember.
I mean, there's the one because they had the goddamn Mad Max episode. Everyone loved that one. That was the chicken flu.
I forgot about that one.
That was the great one where everyone thought they were gonna die. It literally turned into Mad Max Fury Road. Yep. They had the Jack Flowers episode. Was that season 3 or 4? I think that was 4. Because I love 24.
Oh, that was a good episode too.
Yeah, where Jack
They even had
Flowers,
like the whole timing thing.
Yeah, they had the whole thing going. He was kicking people in the nuts and shit. And every one of Jack Flowers' girlfriends dies, just like in 24.
And you can't forget about a pimp named Slipback.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Pimp named Slickback.
Well, don't forget, they gave props to all kinds of anime.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? From Naruto.
Remember watching it?
Yeah.
So this is hilarious. Even this is an unreleased thing that y'all didn't know about. Mm-hmm. So we actually interviewed one of the directors for Naruto.
Yep.
And one of the questions that we asked him was he aware of like how much influence he had in like American animation? And he didn't, and so we literally showed him how the fight scene between Orochimaru and Sasuke was copied scene for scene from Boondocks.
Yep.
And if y'all didn't know that, it's the fight scene with the old black woman.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the
it's Stinkman and his friends.
Yes, it's friends and family. Yeah.
But it's the old black woman and was it Huey or Riley? I forget which one.
I thought it was Bushido Brown.
No, it wasn't Bushido
Bushido Brown was.
I think it was Huey.
Yeah, but it's scene for scene.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
We had to use a translator to explain this to him.
Yeah.
But also, like they took scenes from Ninja Scroll, I believe, where with the blind the swordsman or whatever.
Yeah, that was Stinkmeaner.
Yep.
Yeah, boy.
Stinkmeaner's the shit.
But they had so much like cool shit that they covered that was just like even pop culture shit. Like there's like the best one, hands down, the best one is Fleece Johnson.
Yeah.
The booty fucking warrior.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so Fleece Johnson's really good, but also so is the one that's also based on a real person.
Oh, the little boy
was the guy who I like to do bad things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was a real person
That's
too.
terrible.
Yeah.
And that was
was
when
a kid.
YouTube was really starting to hit it with like viral videos and stuff.
Yeah, YouTube, I remember when it first came out, it wasn't a big deal until things started going like really viral. So I actually watched a video about, remember the Techno Thor or Techno Viking? Remember that guy, the dancing video where he drinks the water and he starts walking down the street and he's like dancing and shit?
Nope.
Was it like made out of rubber?
Viking thing? No.
You gotta look at that. It's probably been too
been a
fucking
minute.
long.
Y'all will know this video if I pull it up on.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't know that Bushido Brown was voiced by Michael Jai White. He posted on his page, he's like, remember this? Because it coincided with them announcing a new season, and he's like, and then like Michael Jai White posted on his page, and he was like, hey, y'all remember this? You know, I had a fun time doing this, and he shows the scene of when he was Bushido Brown, and I was like, holy shit, it's fucked up, because Bushido Brown, he gets fucked up, even though he's there to protect like Granddad and the kids. He gets fucked up at the end of the episode. Like, he gets his head chopped off.
Yeah.
I was like, are you fucking serious? He's one of the coolest fucking... What the fucking...
Damn, this video is so fucking old that it's in like 420, or it's like...
Yeah, never watched it.
Oh, this one. This where this is where that guy tries to fight him, and then he starts drinking and dancing and shit. Oh my god!
I wasn't aware of this. I don't know if I could show it. I'm not going to show it, but it's if you look up Techno Viking, you'll find this video.
This is hilarious.
But apparently, the reason why he's looking like that right now is because there was a guy before this video was shot, like that most people see, that he was harassing a woman, and he tells him like, get the fuck out of here. And when he's pointing, he's like, get the fuck out of here.
Where's the woman?
You can't see her. She's off screen.
She was like a raver.
Oh, okay.
Right. And so I watched the video and like breaking down this whole thing, and so this guy,
part's awesome.
This is what everybody knows. Is this part right here?
Yeah.
Like him drinking his water.
No, I've seen the beginning of this where he's pointing, and I'm like, I thought he was gonna beat somebody up, and then this.
That's the reason. That's the backstory. It's because he was right.
Yeah. I haven't seen this before.
I've seen this.
You've never seen this shit?
I've seen this. Like,
oh my god!
I've seen this a dozen times over.
Hold on, let me. I'll show you a clip of this on YouTube right now.
Yeah, this is amazing.
He's going hard.
He goes super hard.
You know, I think he probably doesn't look that way anymore, but he should be cast as if they ever made a God of War based off of the last God of War movie or God of War game. Yeah, he should be the guy to get his head chopped off.
So it actually, it gets really fucked up. So this guy actually sued the original person that made this video. So what happened was, this is back before YouTube was big. So this guy recorded it, and I forget what platform I put it on originally, but it wasn't a big platform.
Okay.
But ended up uploading it to YouTube.
Yeah.
Right? Back before YouTube was big. And eventually people caught onto it. Actually, before it even got caught onto, it was linked to on a fucking European porn site about this guy being Thor. And so after that, the video blew up, and the guy like became like a YouTube star, blah, blah, blah. But nobody knew who the fuck this guy was.
Yeah.
All right? Because nobody knew. And so apparently, like, the guy who originally filmed this, it was actually a protest about something. And he was just randomly filming.
Okay.
And then he saw this happen, and this wasn't staged at all. He was just, like, literally filming the girl dancing, and then like saw that some guy was harassing her, and that's when this guy stepped in. He was like, what the fuck are you doing? Get the fuck out of here. And that's when you see the guy point.
Yeah,
and that's where most people see the video start.
That's why I see it start, because he comes in and he's like this, and he looks like he says, I'm gonna fuck you up. Because you can read his lips, he's I'm gonna fuck you up. And he keeps looking at him, and then he starts walking. You see the water. When he gets the water, he starts fucking getting down.
Is there fucking music playing too?
Yeah, there's music playing.
And so the guy, like, years later, after it blows up on YouTube, this guy who's still unknown sues the guy who made the video because his likeness has been stolen so many times. So like, actually, you can look up like that dance. It's actually in fucking Fortnite.
Oh wow!
Nice. Like the Techno Viking dance and a whole bunch of other. It's been in a whole bunch of other things. His likeness has been a whole bunch of other things.
Okay.
And he just didn't want to be out there like that. And so the guy tried to rectify it, but he really couldn't.
No, he's in the public, literally in public walking around.
But the guy who made the video ended up like losing. He owed the guy like $20,000 or something like that, and like damages and shit like that. But nobody still knows who the fuck this guy is.
I mean, well, I can see if it's on some gay porn sites, that's all bad.
Well, no, but it blew up on YouTube.
Yeah,
that's the main thing. But it's just like.
So the parade he was at is called the Fuck Parade.
Yeah.
And it was recorded on July 8th, 2000.
God dang.
Okay.
This shit's 19 fuck years old.
Still dope.
If a kid, if this person had a kid on that day, that kid would be graduated out, or already be out of high school.
Yeah, they'd be in college right now. So we could tell because it was in 4x3 format.
Yeah. Oh shit.
But yeah, that's a piece of internet history for y'all.
That's awesome.
Damn. The more you know.
Yeah, Techno Viking, I used to love that video because it just I always watched it after he was like pointing, and then got the water.
Yeah, and then dude, because like there's music in the background that's like epic, like the emergence of EDM.
Yeah,
you know, because it was like before it was house music, and then trance, and then like it transitioned to EDM, and this is like the dawn of the new millennium.
Yeah.
Even
so
with the
this
sound
shit was
off,
there.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
It's
But it's fucking dope though, because
right
he
here.
goes fucking
Watch.
hard.
See that guy right there? Like harasses her, and then he's like, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
what
he
the fuck
grabs
you
him right
doing?
there.
Yeah, that's what nobody sees.
It was. Okay.
He hella
it looks like
grabbed her.
it looks like he ran into.
Yeah, right there. So when I've seen this,
But it was like out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Like,
he
he's
just runs up and boom.
runs up, grabs her, and then it's just like,
this dude's like, what are you doing?
yeah.
"What are you doing?"
What are you doing?
Yeah.
And so this is horrible for fucking radio or for podcast.
yeah.
We're talking about some shit people can't even see.
The guy looks high as fuck. The red.
Oh, yeah.
He probably was.
Or
Matter.
drunk.
You just can't
Drunk.
run up to somebody and just
So
grab
usually
them.
when I see the video, it starts right here, right where he's looking at the camera,
Yeah.
and then you see him point, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I
thought
didn't
it
even
was gonna
see
be
him.
worse than that.
I didn't even see him attack the girl. But yeah, this
And
is where, and then like the music fucking ramps up, it goes fucking hard, and he just goes extra hard.
Like the way he points makes me think of like Hulk Hogan back in the day, where he's like,
yeah.
So everybody can watch on YouTube, bro. So this is like the before that nobody else that you normally don't see. About this video, and
I always thought this was in
girls
London.
dancing, and this is what the guy was like filming, and boom, she gets grabbed, and then he's like, "What the fuck you doing?"
that's the Viking right
Yeah,
there.
Viking man.
But
Yeah.
for those who aren't actually seeing it, he doesn't grab like her ass or grab her titties or anything like that. He like runs into her
And then
Yeah.
catches her.
doesn't knock her over or anything like that.
But it does look like some weird assault, and then this like this dude looks like a Viking.
And this is where the video starts normally.
He has no
This right
shirt.
here.
This guy has no shirt. If you don't know if you are listening to us through, SoundCloud or iTunes, Player FM, Stitcher, whatever.
Techno Viking.
Yeah, just look up Techno Viking, and you'll see what we're
The
talking
original
about.
Techno Viking.
Actually, we should just put the link in the description.
That'll be in there, hopefully.
So,
What the hell were we
real quick
talking about for that?
we were talking about Boondocks.
Boondocks,
Yes.
There's no actual hard date that we have for release,
But we know season 5 is coming.
everybody's
Well,
fucking excited.
when I started hearing about it, I was like, no, because all the sources that were posting it, it's like, these aren't like sources I normally go to. But once I started posting on like comic book review,
Yeah, it was
or
everywhere.
This and that, I was like, all right, this might be fucking legit.
Yeah,
'Cause
IGN
we got what's it called? I forgot the term. We got Hoodwink before, or Rope-a-Dope. We got Rope-a-Dope before because I think they were supposed to do another season 5 like a couple of years ago and never happened.
Yeah. I mean, they probably started and things fell apart because, like, everyone else. I mean, Sam Jackson, and Regina King, her star got brighter. I mean, I always thought of her as a star, but she's doing big things, so.
Who did the voice of Bootylicious?
Oh,
that Charlie Murphy?
Gangstalicious.
Gangstalicious, yeah.
Gangstalicious is Most Def,
Somebody.
I believe. I know Snoop Dogg's in the show. Charlie Murphy will no longer be on the show,
Samuel L.
unfortunately.
Samuel L. Jackson's on the show.
Yeah, he was
he's Remy.
yeah.
And then there's
Snoop Dogg's on there.
Yeah, he's been on there. Busta Rhymes has been on there. He was on there for a minute.
I remember the whole Pimp My Ride episode.
Oh yeah, with Exhibit because he showed up on the show.
Yeah, and they actually animated him as
As
Exhibit.
Exhibit. He plays himself. I mean, there's usually most of the episodes had like a big star on the show. Most of them. I know Aisha Tyler is the wolf chick.
Yes. Yeah.
That she was fucking hilarious.
I remember the Kardashian episode too, where
I think
her
that's
ass
the
just kept
same-
getting bigger and bigger.
I think that's oh no, that's a separate
They're
episode.
using Fix-a-Flat for her ass.
I think that's the same episode, maybe. I mean, there's just a ton of people. I mean, with the popularity of the show, they'll probably maybe be able to get Regina and more people.
Yeah. I hope they can still be as like dank as they were.
Oh, you know- you
because like one of the things that probably would get a little controversy is like, what was it? Huey had the line where like he's like, "Grandpa, you taking this hoe on a date?" So don't call her hoe.
Yeah.
He's like, "You buying her food, right? Yeah. Are you spending this and that?" He's like, "Yeah."
And,
This
does
she
she
a
always-
hoe.
What
No.
really pissed people off is Riley saying, "Oh, you gay."
Oh yeah.
All the time.
Oh, you got
That's gonna it's gonna be a different.
You got
day.
to say no homo.
Yeah.
They should still do it.
Of
Yeah,
course
they
they
should.
should.
Fuck it. I mean, honestly, yeah, it's offensive to people, but it's still kind of funny.
It's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I mean, shit. If South Park and fucking Rick and Morty and all of them can be offensive, this show could be
Well,
offensive too.
I think especially when they broke it down in the previous seasons, like saying like what's gay, like they broke it down to such a way where they had was it Gangstalicious, where he's basically wearing women's clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and like
That's gay.
And then they talked about his influence where Riley starts dressing like him. He wears a skirt.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was hella funny. And they all he sees him in the hospital with Gangstalicious. You guys say no homo. You guys say you ain't gay.
Do the
It's-
homie.
Yeah, that was all bad. Yeah.
I remember when people started to use that, like, oh, like, saying "pause no homo" or something like that. Like,
They still
it
say
does not work that way. It does not work.
But it was funny for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, there's still memes out there to this day with shit like that. Like, oh, I'm just gonna rub my dick on you. Oh, pause no homo or something like that.
Oh man, Granddad, does she hide underneath the table?
I think it's funny because it's like it's stereotype shit. There's still things that if somebody's listening to this podcast and you happen to be gay and you got mad about the joke I just made about saying that they should still do it and call it gay or whatever the fuck because it's funny. Listen, we still make jokes about ethnicities and shit like that to this day. That are stereotypical that are still funny. Like if you say like if somebody black likes watermelon, that shit is still funny to me because it's such a fucking stereotype. Because I know plenty of black people don't even fucking like watermelon or fried chicken or whatever the fuck. But it's still
wait. If you don't like fried chicken,
funny.
your black card's coming off.
Well, I don't like fried chicken. I don't like fried chicken.
There you go.
That shit is still funny to me because it's such like an obvious stereotype, and I think that's where one of the reasons why Boondocks is so funny because they called out shit like that.
Yeah. Well, and you also have much more of a license, just like with South Park and even The Simpsons, where you're having young kids get away with saying anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In an animated form, which is even more loose. Did y'all already touch upon this Marvel's Avengers?
I'm the booty warrior.
So, what, you talking about the game?
Yeah.
Wait. We can't talk. I mean, there's very little info.
Yeah.
We just know it's going to be multiplayer, maybe co-op, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
But it's Square Enix, right?
Yes.
And they
everybody.
tease that they're giving us more next week, right?
No, in a couple days, and it's Square Enix, Crystal Dynamics
is also next week.
Well, a couple days could be Saturday. So.
No, it's going for E3, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. Even though we had a huge conversation about when is E3 starting.
Yeah.
For the podcast.
There's conflicting information out.
It's not conflicting. It's starting on fucking Sunday.
And their official site says Tuesday.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay, so the press conferences start on Sunday. So for me and most people on this fucking planet, E3 starts on Sunday.
But when you look up E3 start dates, the first thing you'll see on Google is
the convention starts on Tuesday.
I hear you.
But the press conferences, which is what everybody gives a fuck about, the new announcements, Bethesda starts on Sunday.
A lot of expos, like press conference, it's usually the day before where only press is allowed.
Yeah, behind closed doors.
Hashtag we press.
Yeah, I mean they may talk about stuff that they can't show.
Nah, they'll probably still talk about shit.
No, I just said they'll talk about it, but they won't probably show screenshots.
No, because on IGN they have it listed on their YouTube channel that they're going to air it. They're going to live stream it.
Yeah, they're going to air everything.
But it's only for was it Bethesda and other companies.
So should we just jump on in on E3? I mean, this is a big event. This is the event that we technically could have been. I mean, we would have been not as pressed, but we could have came out of pocket and went.
Well, we probably might have been able to go as press, but I mean,
I think Oathbreaker already tried and failed.
Not for E3, man.
You saw our
I thought you
subscription?
did.
Not for E3.
So listen.
Fuck your couch then.
So this is even more fucked up.
You gonna say Saturday, huh?
No. So if you really believe that E3 starts on Tuesday, and you start watching on Tuesday, you're gonna miss the Microsoft Xbox press conference and the Bethesda conference, plus the Ubisoft conference and the Square Enix conference. And then I think on Tuesday is when Nintendo starts.
Gotcha.
So that's why I'm like, their site is fucking wrong because their press conferences. It's not the convention. I think when they're saying the convention starts on Tuesday, that's correct. But the press conferences, which is what the vast majority of people give a fuck about, starts on Sunday.
I really every E3 always remind me how much I miss G4.
Yeah.
It was a one-stop chop shop. Like everybody that was part of that channel was at E3 covering E3.
Even sometimes Anna David. I love me some Anna David.
If you want to get technical, EA has a play day on
they do.
Saturday. So
see, and they're apparently they're supposed to let people play the new Star Wars game.
Yeah, but it's just the reason why I say it's because they finally opened up. Not finally, but it's been a couple years in a row now. But they opened it up to like normal people. Yeah, before it used to be a press only event.
Yeah.
So in previous years, they would say that it started on like the day it actually started on for press conferences. But now they say it's the convention dates. is when it opens. So I kind of get it, but it's kind of misleading.
Well,
So if
they
you
need to be consistent.
Yeah.
I hear you. If
We're here to clear
everybody-
it up.
Yeah, exactly. If everybody cares about, rightly so, these press conferences, you should say when you search E3 start on Google, you should see these dates.
But you don't.
No, you don't.
That's the big
You
issue.
sure don't.
That's
In
the
fact, the biggest thing you'll see in Google is the start date 13th and the Las
11th
Vegas
through 13th.
Yeah,
11th through 13th. No, it'll say start date, and then it'll say Las Vegas Convention Center, and then it says the end date.
Yeah, but you're going to literally miss 4 press conferences, including fucking Microsoft, which is going to be a huge one. And obviously, so is Bethesda. All those other
Oh,
ones
that's
are
right.
going to be huge.
Sony will not be there
will
this
not be
year.
Which is, I think they're going to announce the PS5.
Oh, they have one next month.
Well, so they canceled
PSX?
last year PSX, and usually that's in December.
I thought
They
they were
have
doing it
not
this summer.
officially stated whether there will be a PSX this year yet.
Well, there's also still Gamescom, which will be later on this year as well. So, and that's usually a big one. But should we talk about what we hope to see, or what we know, or what we know we're going to see?
Are we gonna be live? Are we gonna work together and live stream or live tweet?
We can.
Because last time it was fucking. I love doing live
I will
tweets.
try my best because there's a lot of shit that I'm hoping for. That
Well, there's multiple days.
yeah, I mean, there's probably being big reveals. So this is what I kind of like wish list, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, I'm hoping to see something about Horizon Zero Dawn 2. Hopefully we see, even if it's just like a cinematic trailer, I'll be okay.
For at E3?
At E3
That's
for
not going to happen.
They did for fucking Battlefront, and we didn't see it 2 years later.
Hold on, but it's a Sunday exclusive, so you're definitely not going to see it.
Oh, well, what if Guerrilla Games is there though?
It's a Sony exclusive, so you're not going to see it.
And Gorilla doesn't have a set.
No.
I mean, so I said wish list. What was it? We'll probably see Borderlands 3 there, maybe.
I'm sure. That's coming out this year, so yeah.
What I'm hoping is that there's like a play date, or like we're able to see people get their hands on Cyberpunk 2077.
You're talking about bullshit. All right, listen.
Cyberpunk?
Yes.
How's Cyberpunk?
Well,
Because it's already announced.
yeah,
Everybody
but
knows it's coming out.
I'm talking about people actually playing the game.
Everybody's seen gameplay. All right,
no
they're
date.
not even going to be there. I already saw they're not going to be there. There's going to be no playable demos at E3 this year.
damn.
It's fine. The game looks still totally right. All right. I'm going to tell you right now, if they have an actual demo or gameplay of any sort of Metroid Prime 4, that's going to fucking steal the show.
But
It's going to steal the show.
didn't they announce literally just a few months ago that they were restarting that game?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
But I mean,
It would steal the show.
yeah, but
would steal the
it's
show.
so doubtful if they just announced.
It's
that they're-
doubtful, but not as doubtful as having a PS fucking 4 exclusive on there. I mean, they can do it.
Well, I don't think either one. I agree with that's not going to happen. But if they just said, "Hey, we're restarting it so we can improve upon it," then it's super doubtful they're going to show a whole lot of that. It'd be nice.
Oh, maybe. We'll see.
Hopefully, people were talking about, we haven't seen about, is that they may announce a new Prince of Persia.
Actually, you
That
know
would
what's
be
funny?
interesting.
So, Prince of Persia is one of those long forgotten games that people don't give enough credit for. So, when you're playing a Uncharted game or any game that's to do with climbing, you can thank Prince of Persia.
Oh yeah.
Prince of Persia is like really the first game that I can think of at all that had like decent climbing mechanics in it.
Decent, yeah. Because one of the Tomb Raiders had it, but it wasn't that great.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Like the Prince of Persia was fluid.
Yeah, it was like that whole like semi-parkour, moving around, climbing up shit.
Rewinding time and shit.
Yeah, Prince of Persia needs to come back.
So
that was a good call, man. That was a great game.
I know that people were
Games.
talking about. Yeah, I know people were talking about. It's been a minute. That's EA, man. They bought Sierra a long time ago.
EA owns them?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an EA. They may push it to another studio, but that's an EA produced title. Like, at least they'll mass distribute that game. So we'll see.
Here's what I want to see. Some Dying Light 2.
We already know that's coming.
But I want to see some playable stuff. I want an actual launch date and whatnot for that.
Release date, yeah, that'd be nice.
That was the first one was an excellent fucking game. I loved everything about it. I'd like to see the return of both SOCOM and Splinter Cell. It's been been a minute for both of them.
So there's rumors that there may be a Splinter Cell with Ubisoft because they're there. I mean, we've already seen this huge like press release for fucking the new Ghost Recon, and they're saying they made a saved for fucking Splinter Cell. There might be a new Splinter Cell.
And I know it's not going to fucking happen, but I'd like to see a little dick tease for Elder Scrolls 6. All right.
That'd be interesting.
So for me, I've been hearing through the rumor mill that we might get another Batman game.
Oh, yeah.
From Rocksteady,
Rocksteady.
Yeah. And it's gonna be called Batman Gotham. So it's gonna take place all of fucking Gotham. But that's rumor mill. There's nothing been detailed right here or there. But I'm looking forward to that. But I would like to see something new, like something that's unexpected.
So
I don't need like part 2 or 3 of this game. I want something like, I know we're getting like Death Stranded soon. I'm pretty sure there'll be trailers for that.
Well,
I need something that's like different and interesting and like something that will blow my mind.
So on top of that, there's been rumors that instead of a new Batman game, that we may see like a DC heroes like Titans. Like you'll be able to play different heroes, kind of like
DC Online.
No, but you know how in the
Gotham,
you know how you can switch between Batman and Catwoman in Arkham City. It'll be like that.
No, it should be like GTA 5.
Oh, or like that.
The dynamic switch.
Yeah.
You know?
So we could see something like that where there's a bunch of DC heroes and we're able to switch at certain.
Nah, we just
points.
need Batman. Batman just plays. he lives in his own fucking world. Everybody else is just his sidekicks.
God dang.
Kronos, you've been writing stuff down. What you got?
Yeah. So I've been thinking about a few things, even though this is not popular right now. But I think that it's about time for a new Blizzard IP. It's been even though I know that Blizzard is going through some troubles right now, but I think that they need to have a new intellectual property. Like they haven't had a new one in a while. Overwatch came out quite a few years ago.
This is 3 years.
Yeah, that's a long time for them to have
A video game realm.
nothing. Yeah, that whole studio they're working on something.
Sure.
They have to. I mean, don't get me wrong. Even though Overwatch they've been constantly improving and adding onto it, but they need a new IP. Whether it's StarCraft, Warcraft, Diablo, I don't give a fuck, or something new.
You want new.
Yeah, I want something new from them. If we had a God of War 2 teaser
Or DLC.
DLC would be great too.
Well,
Anything God of War.
I thought
I just highly doubtful.
Yeah, because I thought Corey was real adamant about there's no DLC for it.
Yeah, it's fine.
But
He said a whole lot of things.
I mean, we'll see.
I mean, listen, when they released the game, there was stuff that came out after that was based upon pure feedback from the players.
That's great.
Like New Game Plus.
Yeah.
All kinds of other shit. Photo mode. The shit that we asked for.
All right.
That was not planned for.
I would love to see that too.
In Corey, I trust. I know. I've heard in the heavy rumor mill that there's going to be a new Watch Dogs that's going to be announced called Watch Dogs Legion.
Yeah, I heard that got leaked.
It did get leaked, and apparently you're going to play as possibly an NPC, which is weird because you can't play as an NPC because that defeats the purpose of the name.
What the fuck? Like,
By definition, that's a problem.
So it's what I'm thinking. They just whoever wrote that is fucking dumb as shit. So what I'm thinking is that you're playing as a normal person in the game, and there's like an actual hero or a villain that is doing something in the game that you're reacting to, and then eventually you have to rise up. But you can't say you're playing as an NPC because a non-playable character means you can't play as them. You silly fuck. Anyway, I really want to see Biomutant be announced again because they for a year they didn't say shit.
Who owns that one? Do you remember?
I have no idea. And
There's been gameplay trailers as well.
There's something else too, but I didn't finish the
thought.
Yeah, I said new something. RAC something.
Racing?
No. I didn't know because you guys were talking. You put it back to me, so it's something important.
Here's something out of left field, which will probably not happen, but Microsoft is there. It'd be nice to see a new Perfect or a reboot of Perfect Dark.
It'd be nice to see fucking anything from Microsoft. Any fucking exclusive from Microsoft. Multiple ones. They haven't done shit.
We need to see Gears should be huge. I mean,
Gears 5?
Gears 5 should take up a lot of their show.
Yeah, but
actually, if I was Microsoft.
Gears 5 and Halo will probably be there.
Hold on. Doesn't Gears 5 drop this year?
Apparently, it's rumored to drop in November.
Get the fuck out of here. So those are both those are well-known franchises. We already know that Gears was going to come out this year. Maybe.
Yeah.
We all know. We're assuming that Halo is going to get announced at some point.
Yep.
Yeah. But we need more than those two games are not going to save Microsoft. We got to be honest here at this point in time. You know, I own all the consoles, but my Xbox has stayed in a fucking box that you can see in the background somewhere. All right, it's in a box that's just chilling because I have literally no reason for me to pull out my Xbox because there's no exclusives for that fucking console that are worth playing.
Yeah.
For the past 3-4 fucking years.
Most of this gen.
Seriously. It's fucking disappointing because the reason why it concerns me the most is because if you do not have legit competition from, you know, other makers, then the whole industry comes down.
Yeah, you need competition keeps you sharp.
It does. If Microsoft keeps doing like their whole shitty fucking exclusives, Sony's shit's gonna go down. Probably, well, Nintendo's on their own shit, but definitely Sony shit will go down. Because they're going to be like, well, they can get away with like no exclusives, so we'll just do this whole third-party shit.
I mean, literally, Sony is saying the show is yours. Show the world what you got.
Yeah, so please do. I mean, like Microsoft, please wow me and show me a reason to take your console out of a fucking box.
Take my dick out of your mouth.
It's literally in 3 boxes. We'll take them out of the box if you show me some decent exclusives for me to fucking play your shit.
Yeah. I will tell you this. Have you ever felt the new Xbox One like Pro controller though?
For
that?
No.
I think
that thing. I'm not a Microsoft guy.
Yeah,
but holy
nice.
fucking shit! It's like a $90 controller.
Well,
it feels great.
I don't like the offset shit.
Go into it when you're in a GameStop next time. Feel this one. It feels like they've fixed all of that. The grip is world class.
Is it offset though?
I don't think so. I don't feel like it's offset at all.
I feel like it still is.
I don't think. I mean, because if you look at the PS4 controller versus an Xbox controller, where the D-pad is versus where the analog stick is, they're just replaced. They're just switched.
It's off center.
So look, where the D-pad is there, because Prodigy's holding up there. On the Xbox, the D-pad is where the on the PS4 controller, the D-pad is where the analog stick is, and where the analog stick is where the D-pad
analog is where you normally play.
Nope.
Yes.
Well, I play on the Xbox, so no.
Oh, okay. So you play on the D-pad, like the normal fucking D-pad, not the analog stick, for first-person shooters. So you just use the D-pad.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah. So shut the fuck up. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You said I thought you were referring to that one. I was like, what?
Yeah.
No.
On this, listen. I don't want to pull my Xbox controller, but
L3 is what you're talking about. Right?
Yeah, that's the analog one.
Yeah.
Like they're offset, and it's very awkward for me to have one thumb up and one thumb down when I'm playing like that. When I'm playing a fighting game, I will use the actual D-pad, but then again, both my thumbs are in the same plane.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why the Xbox is a terrible controller. If you think I'm wrong, go fuck yourself.
I still definitely prefer the PS4. I just liked the grips and the feel of this one. It surprised me. I was like, wow, this feels almost custom made.
So I asked in the chat room, I asked the people in the Infinity Vault. So if you're listening to this right now, jump in the chat room and you can chat with us and I'll bring it up.
It's still offset. It's still offset.
So Jason in the chat room said he's excited about finding out more about Modern Warfare, and then King Arch.
$148 goddamn controller.
It's a pricey one.
God damn.
Fuck out of here.
Maybe I saw it on sale.
God damn. That's like
a dream.
That's like half a fucking
I
console.
can afford this shit right now. It's like I heard that the Xbox is $100 too.
Yeah. That is pricey.
That's half a fucking console.
It feels nice. It feels really good.
Yeah,
And wait,
I hope so.
and wait,
It comes with blowjobs.
and it's unrated. That shit's for mature audience only.
It's supposed to
put
be
it where your dick goes.
fully customizable or some shit.
King Arthur, I'm not sure if he's joking about this or spelled it wrong. He said he's hoping for a Garden War 3.
Garden Warfare 3.
Garden Warfare 3, yeah.
So there actually is a Garden Warfare 1 and 2.
Oh,
It's
shit,
based
really?
It's
Like Plant vs. Zombies?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For Call of Duty, though, they did actually. I saw an article clarifying the whole PC mouse and keyboard crossplay with like PS4. So basically, you will not be put into the same like rooms or server, whatever, with people who are using mouse and keyboard if you are on PS4. The only exception, though, is if you happen to have a friend already that's already playing PC and you send them an invite, like you wanting them to be on your team or whatever, with that, then they'll be on there. But other than that, it's
all bad.
Because when they announced that, everybody's like, oh yeah, cross-platform play. I'm like, cross-platform between like Xbox and PS4 is all good and all. But once you go to like the PC realm, it's all fun and games until you start playing with them. I'm a PC gamer. I was I guess former. I still play PC games every now and again. Yeah. But I was a like semi-pro PC gamer. Like, if you had a fucking controller, you're basically handicapped. Like playing those games. I'll fuck you. If you don't understand how, listen, on a PC, you're not waiting for somebody to fall into your field of view. If you're playing a video game right now, if you're playing any kind of first-person shooter, when you're moving around, you're moving to let somebody fall into your field of view.
Yeah.
All right? It's not the same on a PC with a keyboard and mouse. When I'm using a mouse, I'm using the mouse to directly attach onto you. If you don't understand what the fuck I'm talking about, please turn off your auto-aim shit on any first-person shooter game on your console, and you'll see how difficult it is to not have somebody fall into your field of view. It's way fucking different from like literally going to exactly where you want to go.
Yeah.
Like it's different. It's you're way more precise with a keyboard and mouse.
Plus, I would say your reaction time is faster too, just because your hands are always in that area. Where instead you're just using your thumb and your field of motion is very limited. Where with your fingers, it's like
it's so much more precise. You have like mice now have like a crazy amount of DPI for like sensitivity and shit like that. Like I can move my wrist just a little bit and like move around, and none of the controllers, even if you turn your settings up all the way, it's way fucking different.
Yeah. And because I have never been a PC player, it feels like I'm double left-handed and shit every time I touch it for trying. I mean, I hear you on that. It's just if you're a console gamer, you're not going to magically first time playing PC become this expert right away. There's going to be a learning curve awkwardness.
Well, it took me a learning curve too to like learn how to play with a controller, because I played first-person shooters from a PC for a long-ass time. I didn't start playing with like a controller with first-person shooters until I was in like Iraq in like, what was it, like 2008, 2009?
Yeah, about the PS3 era, right?
Yeah. That was the first time I started playing. I was like, this is real fucking wonky. And
it's slow as shit.
And I didn't start playing like for real. Actually, no. It was probably 2010. It was 2010 when I actually started playing with a controller, because that's when I started playing with you, because I was like, Borderlands is a shit.
Borderlands 1.
And I started playing with people on the Xbox. But before that, when I was in Iraq, I would actually play LAN parties in a conference room in Iraq with bombs going off.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like Jason's message in the chat room. He said, you don't play a piano with your thumbs.
Yeah.
Like playing with the keyboard, like you use all your fingers so you have more control versus
way more control.
Playing the controls.
Yeah, it's awkward. But it's all good. I do want to hear more about Call of Duty for sure. You know, we'll fucking see. I love that game, and I'm still playing it. They got great maps right now.
I'm interested in this new Ghost Recon game. See how that plays out.
That's Tom Clancy again, right?
Yeah,
okay.
But I mean, the Wildlands one was pretty damn good. I enjoyed that one. Me and Stitch have played a few times.
I gotta tell you, I didn't play Wildlands that much. I mean, I played the demo. But The Division 2, I did not expect to be playing this game for this fucking long. So I hope that the new Ghost Recon is going to be just as good and have the same amount of playability and like longevity, because it's difficult for me to like really put down The Division 2. And like the things that like I see what they're doing, like basically recycling shit, but it's still fucking fun. And I don't know how they got the formula right, but it's still fun every time I play it, because there's times where I'm like, I'm the king of the world, you can't get me, and then all of a sudden I get shot in the face like 3 times and I'm dead. I'm just like, all right, well, fuck.
And it fucking happens.
Same studio?
Yeah,
Time Clancy. Yeah, it's Ubisoft. I mean, there's some shit that popped up on the map that I had never seen before. It was like normally everybody calls them fucking robo dogs or fucking terror dogs. Yeah, little mechs. Apparently they're called warhounds.
Yeah.
And now they have fucking groups of them across the map that let you know, like, this is a Warhound party.
Yeah, I just found one of those today.
And I was like, oh shit. And I went and like one of them, because in the game they have what they call named enemies. Usually they drop really good loot. One of them had a name, and it was fucking their highest like elite level. Its name was Daisy, and it was fucking me up with sniper shots. And I was getting real pissed. And I finally put it down, but it dropped hella loot. But I was like, this is fucking bullshit. These fucking dogs were shooting the shit out of me. And then there's a part in the game that I wasn't really paying attention to, because I was like, why is it that I have a settlement that's locked and I can't fast travel to?
You just not noticed that? Wow.
No, I didn't just now. I mean, I've been doing it a couple times, but when I first came across it, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Under a blockade.
And then, there's a fucking blockade. And if you get to one of them has a fucking drone. It's a drone that's the size of a fucking helicarrier almost. And it fucking shoots rockets at you, all of its fucking cannons at you. Yeah, I'm like, you motherfucker. I mean, it's hard to take down, but if you take it down, that re-unlocks your settlement. But it's still a pain in the ass. But it just shows the level of creativeness that they sneak into the fucking game.
Yeah, the game it's really fucking good. I mean, honestly, man, you should play it. Like, if the Division 1, don't get me wrong, it had its problems. This one has not a lot of problems.
Yeah, it's very, very few compared, because when the first Division launched, it felt cool but incomplete, sort of, because certain things weren't working. And when you get to the end game, there wasn't a whole lot to do. And this, they prepared for the end game, so they give you a bunch of shit to do.
Yeah.
And
like, are you at the point like in the demo where you had like crazy ass where they did like in the beta for Division 2, how when you're playing a game and there was like a time skip where they actually like superpowered you or whatever?
Oh, you're talking about the end game. Yeah, we're in the end game.
I beat it months ago.
Yeah.
Huh?
No.
Beat it months ago.
But hold on, did you play the demo?
No, but you said the end. He said the end game.
Yeah,
for demo.
He hasn't played. So in the demo, you play like the game normally. You go up to like, I think 10 levels maybe.
Something.
And then it gives the option to go into the end game. And that's what he's asking. It's
Yeah, because it's like it's crazy fucking it gets crazy like intense and shit like that with like crazy ass robots and mechs and
that's what
army guys
that's
falling
where
out
we're
the
at now.
windows.
Yeah, and it's just like,
I mean,
it's fucking insane.
It keeps you on your toe, because when you're if you get to the very end game, which is World Tier 5 in the game, they have like little tick marks, or they have like levels for certain activities in the game. The more you start liberating an area, the more these other areas alert levels raise, which makes them more difficult to liberate. And there'll be a lot more harder enemies. They'll be entrenched more. I mean, you'll get good loot, but you'll be in a fight that could literally last you half an hour or more.
Yeah,
It's kind of a pain, but it's cool because once you get it done, you get it done.
And I love like the creativeness of the weapons. So honestly, it's almost like Borderlands with like real guns, because like the guns have their stats are so much. It's not as ridiculous as Borderlands with the weapons, but they have like the weapons have like there's weapons you're gonna like and you're gonna want to keep them. Nice. But then you're gonna get a new one. You're like, shit, I gotta change it out.
Yeah. If it's the same type though, and they have a perk that you want, you gotta learn to recalibrate. You need to pull that perk and put it onto your new weapon. And so there's rules to it. Like it has to be same type, stuff like that. And it works the same way with gear. Your gear will have different stats. Like there's one, there's one for your knee pads. Like if you're in cover and your health is below 20%, if you stay in cover, your health will regenerate at a certain rate. Yeah, the longer you're in cover, the faster you'll recover.
I heard prostitutes use that kind of knee pads.
Damn. Yeah, I've got some crazy perk right now. I don't even know what gear I have that does it. But when I reload, it ups my armor temporarily as I'm reloading. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what the fuck perk it is, but it's amazing.
I think it's button up. I think that's. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's either button up or like something like that. I've seen that perk.
Yeah.
One of the sought after perks is like vampire, where you can like drain the fucking life out of elites, and you'll need that for the raid because everyone's an elite in the fucking raid. It's fucking annoying, but. You gotta do what you gotta do to get through. Vampire's a good perk. There's a few other perks that are good. There's still perks I haven't even found. I know a lot of people, they still haven't found exotics. I found 2. and I've had one stolen.
I've got green gear now, which is weird.
The classified stuff, so that carried over from the first one, which is weird because they have really good fucking perks.
Yeah.
The problem is if it drops at a low score, trying to switch out a perk will fuck it up. Like, you'll raise the gear score, but your perk won't be as good. So it kind of sucks. So it helps to like get those gears at a high gear score. But there's just a bunch of shit to find out. The Dark Zone, I know a lot of people have issues with, but if you want really good loot, Dark Zone's where it's at. I mean, it's high risk, high reward.
You can get stuff outside the Dark Zone.
You can, but I mean,
the Dark Zone is like, it's crazy.
It is crazy. What I like, it's nowhere near as big as the original one. Instead, there's zones.
Well, there's 3 of them.
Yeah, so instead of making it one big area, they broke them up. And like, if you're in the end game, if it's invaded, the enemies are harder, but the loot is better. And the problem is you'll have NPCs that are there, but there's also other squads that could be there. So if you go down, they have the opportunity of stealing your shit. So it's kind of fucked up. But if you can get good gear and extract it, you come out a boss. So I mean, it's risky, high risk, but high reward.
Let's go to this Attack on Titan, because I got to talk about badass Levi.
I done caught up, and oh boy, doggy.
Set us up there.
I gotta use the bathroom, but all right, I can hold it.
Wait, you're not talking about the one. You're caught up, yes?
Everybody caught up, right?
Okay.
Oh yeah,
I caught up on basically everything.
Okay. Let's hit it.
All right, so I've been behind. I've been slapping on my Attack on Titans, and I've caught like the season's been so fucking great. I caught up. Like I could not stop watching. I had to see what the fuck was going on.
Currently the highest rated season on IMDb for any anime right now.
Easily. But so previously we talked about how like, you know, there's 3 guys that are the Monkey Titan, the Armor Titan, and the Giant Titan.
Beast Titan.
Yeah, and
and the Horse Frog.
Well, that's that. They haven't explained who that guy is yet.
Nope.
Oh, well, yeah, but he's a specialized Titan.
Yeah, he definitely is, because he speaks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he sounds all weird and shit.
Yeah, but he's like, he can follow commands and shit like that.
He wasn't speaking English.
Yeah.
Very strange.
But in the previous episode, Kronos had talked about how like our homeboy with the blonde hair,
Armin?
Oh yeah, he went out like a hero. Like the guy, he risked his life to be able to like find out the weakness of the Giant Titan, and it's basically whenever he uses, I guess, flame on power, it's steam on power, he actually loses, I guess, mobility or something like that, or he loses size, or he gets like kind of wimpy size or whatever not, and he's more vulnerable. And yeah, but during that point when the Titan was like killing this guy off, oh god, I can't remember the character's name. Eren swings in and is able to rip it. He jumps up on a dude. Wait, so god, I'm all skipping ahead, but so the Giant Titan thought Eren was in his Titan form.
Yep.
But he was actually, he crystallized his body and jumped out of his Titan form, and he attacked the Giant Titan from behind and snatches. He basically had to do it out of his fucking body. He like grabbed him out, fucking ripped him out, his arms,
his neck.
He cut his arms and legs off.
Yes.
Yeah.
So dude was fucking amputee basically, and he pulled him out and shit like that. But what's fucking crazy is that homeboy had died because he was all burnt to a crisp. Armin, and Eren had the guy by the neck, and so we talked about in the previous episode. So if you're a Titan, and for you to become a human again, you have to eat somebody with like a special ability where you can actually go back into being a human form.
Yep.
And we found out that there's a serum that you can take that can make you turn into a Titan. But if you're around somebody who's able to convert back to a human, you can take on their abilities as well as their memories, and you're also able to become a human. So Levi had the serum that can turn you into a Titan, and they had a person who a Titan can eat, so you become a human again and take on all their memory. And we were at a fucking Levi was at a fucking crossroad. Either he could save his fucking, basically his mentor
and commander,
Erwin,
or he can save Erwin. Wait, no,
Erwin.
He can say Erwin
or Armin.
And it was like, dude, like what
They
the
were
fuck?
fighting.
Yeah,
all of them were fighting. The cadets were like, "You ain't gonna do this."
But even that, like
Mikasa was like, "I'm about to kill a motherfucker."
Yeah.
the Asian
Make the right
chick,
choice.
the Asian chick, she came out of fucking left field and was like, you know what, this shit's not gonna fucking happen. Like you're gonna help out my homeboy.
Well, and they're both brilliant tacticians. They're both
they
like two
are.
of the smartest people that humanity has, really.
Yes.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And they're both extremely valuable.
Yes,
but
they are.
You can only choose one.
Yes, and it's crazy because it was a tough choice because it's like you have this guy who's a commander. This guy has like experience, but you have this kid who's like just brilliant. Like the guy comes up with pretty like I mean, actually in the episode he actually says like I don't know what to do. You should take control.
Yeah.
But he still is like a genius fucking like what's the word I'm thinking of? Somebody tactician. Yeah. And just you get to learn about the history behind the commander, where it's like this guy lived through hell, and it's like, why would you want to bring him back from that?
Yep. And he was both of them sacrificed themselves.
Oh yeah, well they sacrificed a whole entire fucking army, or whatever.
Yeah, but Irwin was just like, hey, this is how we're going out. You know, military style. This is our plan. We are going to give up our lives right now. I'm willing to do it. We're going to do this for the sake of humanity. Obviously, Armin made his sacrifice too.
Yes.
No doubt about it. But who do you choose?
Yeah, that was a hard one, but how many days has it been since they aired it? It's been has it been 48 hours since?
Sunday.
Yeah,
It's been 48 hours. Yeah.
So they give a serum to Aaron.
Armin.
Sorry, fuck, I'm bad with the names. And yeah, so we get a new fucking Titan.
A new colossal Titan.
Is it gonna be colossal?
Yeah, he stole his powers.
Well, no, because when they show him turn into a Titan, he's like himself.
He turned
He
into
turned
a
into a
Titan,
Titan, then he
but he
ate
didn't. Yeah, he had to eat.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Burnhold. No,
And
or no. What's his name?
Burnhold.
Burnhold.
Is it Burnhold?
Yeah, not Reiner.
The other one's Reiner.
Oh, Reiner.
That's the
Okay,
armor
Reiner's the
Yeah.
armor.
Reiner's got fucking 9 lives, goddamn. That motherfucker.
Yeah, for real.
Hans is ready to fucking cut into him.
Yeah, he's got the blade already bleeding on his neck.
She's like, she told him, I'm gonna fuck you up.
As soon as I see that smoke.
Are you gonna help with us and tell us answers, or am I have to fucking cut a bitch? And he was like, you gonna have to cut me. She's like, oh, I'm ready. She already had the blade. She's like, I'm gonna start cutting. Then someone interrupts her. She's like, fuck.
I thought it was really interesting though. Sorry, but is the fact that I think Reiner might be he's one of the few, or maybe the only one, where he can like distribute his consciousness into the rest of his nervous system.
Oh yeah.
So he can lose his head and still survive.
I think
that was fucking crazy.
I think the Beast can too, but when Levi got to him, he says there's not enough time.
So,
and I think he was gonna try it, and Levi was too quick. He got on that ass.
Yeah,
I like-
Levi's fucking what Super Saiyan.
I like that fucking scene where like literally the three guys are talking, and the guy warns the Beast Monster guy like, hey, there's one guy in the elite team that you need to worry about. And if you come across them, you might want to fucking run.
Levi on that ass.
Levi, this dude. So, like the monkey gorilla guy, whatever. He's on the outside of the wall. And he's got probably like 15 Titans around him, just chilling, just waiting for the commands, or whatever.
formation,
In
like
formation.
a line.
Yes.
Like Beyonce.
Levi somehow sneaks off the side of the wall, and he uses those motherfuckers as leap pads and kills each one, slowly getting to the fucking Monkey Titan. And the Monkey Titan doesn't even know that the fucking shit's happening until it's too fucking late. And even when the Monkey Titan tried to stop Levi shredded his fucking arm. He didn't just come out of fucking fingers. He, like, you know how like
Made him into sushi and shit.
yeah, you know, if you go back in the 80s, there's like videos that says you shouldn't stick your hand in the garbage disposal.
Yep.
That's basically what Levi did to his arm. And it wasn't just his arms. He did both arms. He fucking cut his Achilles tendon.
Yep.
To make him come down to the ground, and then he fucking rips him out of his fucking Titan form too. Arms. It was fucking
so badass.
But what's also so great about it too was that. So we had the leapfrog guy somehow snatch a guy away from Levi.
Yep.
And before the guy left, he's like, the remaining Titans were going to attack Levi. Basically, this guy went into a Super Saiyan Berserk mode, and he wiped them all out and caught up with the fucking frog, and the guy was like super fucking scared once he saw Levi coming toward him. Levi is the fucking shit of this goddamn show.
Levi put the fear of Jesus into that.
He sure did.
And he was cocky before. Remember, he was doing, I'm going to pitch a strike with this boulder.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Motherfucker was scared to death of Levi.
He ran like
Wanted
a
none of him.
bitch. like straight up, like he was fucking scared. And Levi, he probably could have kept going after him, but he ran out of fucking gas in his thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he was down to his last like blade or two.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all that cutting.
I mean, he was slitting motherfuckers up. It's crazy how they had all these cadets that couldn't put a dent, but you had one dude that put down a wall of Titans.
All that strength.
And Levi was like his whole goal was to take out the monkey Titan, because he promised his lieutenant or whatever that he was going to be able to do it.
His boy, Erwin.
But even that, like, knowing that all these guys were sacrificing their life to be able to give him an opportunity to even get close to the giant Titan, the monkey Titan.
Levi did not waste it.
There was actually some words that fucked me up, though. It was when, we're going to call him Monkey Titan now, I guess.
It was Beast Titan.
Beast Titan, Monkey Titan.
Beast Titan.
Said to Aaron, what was the shit? He said something to the effect of,
I knew your father.
Come back. Well, I knew your father, and I'll come back to rescue you.
Yep.
And I was like, what the fuck?
You guys said that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he says it right before he leaves, because they talk about how humanity is basically evil, kind of, and he even says it's fucked up that the king had erased everybody's memories.
Yeah,
so they don't know.
Eating the same terrible lessons of humanity.
Well, the other shit that was trippy too was that, like, you know, this royal family, that they have this ability to change, like, white people's fucking minds and make them
Everybody.
Yeah, every fucking bite, except for the what's the name clan, right? Like like Levi and the other guy.
His
Is it Weston or something like that? It's like a family that can't be hypnotized or whatever. But dude, Levi is just a fucking shit, dude. Like,
it's a great. This season has actually been way better to me than season 2, and season 2 was not bad at all.
yeah. Well, with the friend being revived, it made me think of, like, I think it was like episode 3 or 4 where not Levi, but the main guy who actually can turn into a Titan.
Aaron.
Because we can see him, like, when he first, like, goes to fight a Titan for the first fucking time, he's like slipping through the city and he gets fucking leg bit off. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, he's a star of the fucking show, and he gets fucking eaten. I'm like, okay, this show is not going to go that route.
Nah.
But then we got to discover that he turned into a Titan. But
we still ain't seen Annie either.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen her.
And so far, we haven't seen Historia.
No.
Because everybody was wet on Historia. And in the very recent episode, there is a letter for Historia from the female Titan. She turned into the, like, leapfrog looking one, or like the midget one, Ymir.
Yeah.
There's a note from her. We don't see what's on that note.
That's true.
And so
There's
I think
a lot of mysteries on this.
Yeah, did y'all see the preview?
Yes.
For what's coming on? After fucking years, we're finally going to see what's in that fucking basement.
Well, even in like the trailer, the opening credits, they tease the whole going into the.
I know, but I've been waiting. Like, I literally thought in season 1 we were gonna go back to the basement at some point.
Yeah.
Season 2, I thought they fucking forgot about the fucking basement. Like, that was not even important. I'm like, well, dude, he has a key. He runs around with the key. Why are we gonna go back to the basement? Finally, we're going back.
The one thing we fucking learned about too is that, like, Aaron's dad injected him with the serum to make him turn into a Titan, and he let him eat him so he can get the memories of the whole royal fucking family, which is like, whoa, what the fuck? But then also on top of that is that, like, the guy who trained the cadets or whatever, like, he purposely broke Aaron's, like, gear so he wouldn't be able to pass the test, whatever. But he still, like, had the ability to do it, and it wasn't until, like, another commander was like, oh, it turns out your shit's broken, and then, like, he was able to join the ranks or whatever. But, like, the fact that the guy knew his dad and, like, knows, like, all this backstory is kind of crazy. But then also, like, the one commander, how his dad, like, almost like, it made me think of X-Files, how, like, you know, the truth is out there. Like, he knows exactly what's going on, but they had him fucking killed off and shit like that. But the son still was out there asking questions and stuff like that. Yeah, this season has been fucking amazing.
Good shit. Kronos, did you want to get in here on here?
No. I'm pretty sure you already talked about. Still talking about Attack on Titan, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys already went over everything. It was great. This has been a great season.
Yes.
It was a great episode. Can we get on to Demon Slayer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have y'all
Damn.
watched that shit?
Yeah. The last one I saw had the girl and the girl and the boy with the ball and the killing. Was that the last one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What did you see like
Arrows.
Did you see him like using arrows and stuff to try to kill him?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're caught up.
Yeah, this might be one of the greatest, like as far as like animation styles go. It might be up there like as one of the top ones ever.
This anime's got a budget.
Yeah,
They got
like
some money to spend.
Seriously, it's like watching some shit like jump out of a page out of like some fucking manga, colorized,
Yep.
Yeah.
and just like splash on the screen in such beautiful ways. Even the fucking arrows, like the shade of red they used it popped off the screen like so much compared to like everything else on the fucking screen. It's amazing. And when they showed like the main character, I forget his name.
Damn, I can't remember his name either.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a good show, don't get me wrong. But the names are just like, it's not like Naruto.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
It's not easy.
But the main character's name, I forget. But like when he does like his water slash techniques, once he starts doing it, like the amount of color and like the way they do like this flat yet three-dimensional type interaction.
It reminds me, not to interrupt you, but it reminds me of, remember that like ancient Japanese wave of an ocean?
Yeah, that's something like the art
It's
style.
like that, only 3D and popping out at
Well, have you ever played Okami?
Yeah, with the wolf and whatnot.
It's like Okami, but like better.
Yeah.
As far as like the animation style goes.
Back in the day, yeah.
What's his name?
We'll have to figure it out because, a lot of times Japanese, they have the last name before the first name.
Tanjiro.
Yeah,
That's it.
Tanjiro.
That's what they call him.
Yeah.
Tanjiro. That's the main character's name, and he's a really cool protagonist for now. Seems really interesting, but just the animation style. I don't know what the name of the doctor vampire person was, or zombie or whatever.
Nah, me neither.
Or demon, sorry. But when she scratches herself and she makes like the whole like. She makes flowers come out and like do this crazy shit.
Yeah.
It was fucking beautiful.
Yep.
It was beautiful. It's like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in anime of all fucking time. And up until that point, it was like the water thing, And then all of a sudden, she scratches herself, and all these fucking crazy ass flowers.
Her name is Tamayo. Tamayo?
Yeah.
Because Tamayo and what's the guy's name?
Yeah.
Because she has like a semi-bodyguard, who gets fucked up.
He gets fucked up right away.
It's Yushiro.
Yeah, he comes back, but he gets fucked up.
Yeah.
But this is like one of the animes. This, to me, so far of this year, it's going to be anime of the year. I talked about it at our last panel at Fanime. We would have had the villain on there, but it's literally you got introduced to the villain literally a couple days before the panel happened.
Yeah.
It still feels a little early for Michael Jackson, Moonwalker, vampire quite yet.
But he seems pretty dope.
Yeah, he has a great backstory. It's leading up to something with him. But his minions are
great. He
great.
has no backstory. That's why he's great.
Well, I mean,
we just know he's fucking powerful as fuck.
We do know he's powerful as fuck, and we do know that he fucked up his family.
But that's not his backstory.
Oh, then yeah, I guess so.
That's just him doing fucking villain shit.
Yeah.
We literally have no idea what his motivations are.
Yeah.
We have no idea of his literal backstory.
And the guy has a
how he
human
became-
fucking family.
Yeah, he's living in the city with his family. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why he's great, because you don't know what the fuck he's about right now. And he did some really villainous shit in the middle of a crowd of people.
Yep.
And nobody noticed except for Tanjiro.
Yeah.
You know what? Also, I love the fact that his sense of smell is so powerful in this series.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of like some of those older Wolverine comics or even movies where he's so reliant on his sense of smell.
To this day, I mean, even like when I've even reading the more modern ones.
Yeah.
He still uses his.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it's just
even the old Wolverine, even old man Wolverine.
What's also cool with this anime is the sister, Nizuko.
Yeah,
She's fucking fucking dope because like in the previous episode, whenever she came to the scene, her fucking foot game is on point. Like she fucked motherfucker up. Yeah, like she like in the one with the demons that can go into like the shadow realm basically. Like when she came out of the box and she kicked that one fucking demon, that dude's head spun probably like 300 times. But like in this recent episode, like, you know, she actually got fucked up. Like she was trying to like kick the ball. Yeah, she was trying to bend it like Beckham. And her leg got knocked off. But like, yeah, she's fucking badass. Like every time she's on the scene, she's like super cool and stuff like that. But I want to know, like, is there something inside that like bamboo thing she has in her mouth that's keeping her tame?
Good point. Well, it's keeping her from eating somebody.
Yeah,
that's
but like,
point.
And I mean, she's super strong. Like, why can't she just rip it off?
The mental hypnotism.
Oh yeah, where she can protect all humans.
Yeah, view them as family or something.
Yeah.
It works all the way. This is episode 8.
Yeah,
only
I
now?
fucking love it. I've never been like so in love with an anime. So I mean, there's been other anime where I'm just like, oh, this is good, but they take. Sorry, let me rewind. This show thus far has the perfect fucking pacing. The perfect pacing. Other shows, you know, they start off a little slow. Way too much introduction shit. You know, or drops off. Thus far, it's perfect fucking pacing.
Yeah, and it feels like they're leading up to something very big very soon.
Yeah,
and it feels like it's right around the corner, but at the same time I'm enjoying the journey. So yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I fucking love it.
I'm waiting to find out what happened to the other students that did the Demon Slayer training that passed.
Well, they give you hints in the intro.
Yeah, in the intro, because we had like
the coward guy has like lightning powers.
Yeah. We need the boar faced guy.
Yeah, so his name is Inosuke. And then we also got Jinya, who's the one that has a scar. The guy who's like walking down the fucking hallway just pissed as fuck. Like, you know that guy is gonna be fucking up shit once he comes to the scene. But then we also have the two characters that helped train Tanjiro. Because like that whole scene with them helping him like learn how to fucking splice, like cut the rock in half was fucking crazy.
But they're dead.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like like how, because they're still in the intro.
Yep.
They still show him in the intro. So I wonder
form they might come.
Yeah,
they're definitely dead though.
Oh yeah, they're hella dead. Well, that monster said they fucking ate them.
They're probably gone now because once he killed that one guy with the fucking hands and shit, they went off into the
We'll see, because they're still in the intro. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's only 8 episodes in, so it's every season is usually when they change the intro and the outro.
Yeah. Well, there was another anime that was I've been watching that's
Rising of the Shield Hero.
Yes, the Rising of the Shield. This episode was not the most exciting, but it was actually probably one of the most important ones. That they alluded to. I don't know if you were paying attention. I hope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So in this one, there was the Falal Queen was talking about how all the heroes need to work together or everything's going to fall apart. And they gave a huge hint, which I don't think everybody even understood in this episode, of when they're sitting down and they're trying to basically, they're all talking about passing by information, like what they've learned so far. And it got to a point to where they're all talking about like weapons and how to make them stronger, and like what's the best to be strong. And one of the guys says it's the rarity makes it strongest. The other guy says, oh no, it's how you refine it. And another one says something else. But the spear guy says that, I don't know what you're talking about with rarity. That's nowhere in the help file. And so the shield hero goes back and he looks and he notices that he doesn't see what they're talking about, but he saw a thing about how to copy stuff, but he's missing information. And that's what the Falal Queen was talking about, is that they're supposed to all basically, they're all giving parts of the help file. And they're supposed to share with each other, and none of them realize it right now. But hopefully the shield hero, hopefully he realizes it, Naofumi. But the rest of them, I don't think, realizes how important it is.
And they're just getting to know each other. Because they were fighting for all of these episodes.
Which is not how it was supposed to happen, because they're supposed to all help each other.
Well, that bitch slut fucking fucked shit up.
And I loved in this episode, they're all trying to say her name. Like, oh, no, bitch. Oh, no, slut. I was just like, man. Say the whole thing. She's like a pimp name slickback.
Yes, exactly. I will still say, as a quick reminder, watch This Promised Neverland. When you get a chance,
I watched like half of the first, and I gotta watch the rest.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'll get into it.
Kids doing fucked up shit and a fucked up
Mom
villain.
seems real nice right now.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Like the first half of the first episode, she seems nice.
Keep watching, Mama.
Yeah. Is she like Mother Teresa?
No, she's nothing like that.
Well, Mother Teresa was actually a kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah,
So-
she did do some fucked up shit.
Yeah, yeah. If y'all didn't know, like research Mother Teresa and how she left people to die in real fucked up situations.
Well, I was like doing research, and apparently fucking Gandhi was an asshole too to blacks.
He
like,
really
was
hated
super
black
racist.
people.
Yeah.
Early in his life, yes, definitely did.
kinds of awful
I don't know how long that lasted, but yeah, a lot of people that are quote unquote heroes were not, especially Mother Teresa.
Saints.
Yeah, I know Gandhi did a lot of things to like liberate Indians, but yeah, when he went to Africa,
Yeah, it was like
he definitely said the N-word a whole lot.
yes.
Yeah.
He
Or I think it was like what's the South African version of it? Like,
Kefers?
Yeah.
Kefers?
Yeah.
Kefers?
Something like that.
Damn, y'all racist as fuck.
He was. At some point in time.
Y'all hear about what the rumblings about Martin Luther King as well?
Is he alive?
I mean,
Shit, he died?
No, he's been dead.
wait, they made a McRib for him.
Damn.
That's a Boondocks thing.
that can't be new revelation, so.
No, it's about FBI tapes
Oh.
and sex parties and
I don't believe
like
that
that.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, apparently they have some sealed tapes that aren't available to the public for like another 2 years.
Damn, he's been dead for 50 years.
I know.
Holy
but
shit.
Apparently they bugged his hotels,
That's some
I'm sure
that's some
and they had some shit. Oh, of course they did.
So
But
you
they're
haven't-
Earth is flat shit.
You haven't heard of either then?
no, but I'm just saying it's in the media, and I'm like, well, how credible is this if we can't hear it? And if there's no transcripts, but people are alleging that there's all this crazy shit going on in these hotels.
That's super hearsay, man.
Oh, of course. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of like, yeah, there's like all these reports coming up, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna wait for the tapes to come out.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Ninja, I heard you were gay.
a lot of people say
I'm waiting
that.
for the tapes to come out.
Oh,
The pissing on tape.
R. Kelly tapes.
Have we all seen See You Tomorrow?
No.
Did we talk about it last
Yes.
week? I think we
I did.
touched on it a little bit.
I saw it. It's a great movie with the worst ending ever.
Yes.
Damn.
And it's the best. It's probably one of my favorite cameos of an actor.
Is this
Oh,
ever?
yeah.
Well,
for
rewind
sure.
a little bit. Is this on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on
on
Netflix.
Netflix.
So this is a Netflix show where these two African American teens are able to travel
New
back in
York.
time. Yeah, New York. They're super smart, and they somehow figure out how to be able to travel back in time using like. It looks like they have like photon packs, but no, they have like something in their backpacks.
Like Ghostbusters?
But yeah, like Ghostbusters. And the little girl, her brother gets killed. Sorry, it's a spoiler, by the way. Her brother gets killed by the police officer, and she tries to use her technology to go back and save his life. But every time she goes back, she changes something so it affects the future.
Ooh.
And it caused like either somebody else passing away or this and that, but it has the worst ending. But the
Yeah.
best, it has a huge fucking cameo. It has Michael J. Fox in it.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
he plays their science teacher, and he does a little Back to the Future reference, which I'm like,
I'm just
I
glad
get
he's-
it.
I'm just glad he's still able to act.
well, yeah, he was a little bit shaky in the role, but
God
yeah,
damn it.
It's
he's-
fine. I
he's
mean,
still,
he can still speak.
yeah,
good.
Okay.
That's good.
Listen, this movie is worth watching, but yeah, the end is fucking garbage.
Yeah.
When I was watching the movie, I was thinking to myself, we need more, because we always, you talk about diversity and shit like that. I don't like diversity shit getting ripped off because people want to talk about inclusion and diversity, but they almost always take the lazy route of like ripping shit off of like other movies. This movie doesn't do that. It's definitely an original story.
Good.
It's a great story, but the end is just fucking trash.
Yeah.
Like the end made me so fucking angry. I was just like, we need more, movies like this. Until I got to the end, and I was just like
like when the kids first get their time machine thing working correctly, they're able to go back a day. But then she realized, like, if we increase the power consumption, we can go back, like, I think, like 3 days or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's 3 days, so as they go back and forward, as they go back into time goes forward, so they only can go back so far. So eventually there's a point where they go back, and whatever's happening it's about to
done.
happen.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they can't go back any further. So I like the way they play on it. I mean, the acting and stuff like that was like per se, but like Cronus was saying, like the storyline was pretty good, but like the ending was like, what the fuck? Like,
well, and the fucked up part is that I understood what he was trying to say at the end, But at the same time, you need to like change that to something more definitive.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just leave it like the way it was. I'm not going to tell you how it ended, but you can't leave it like that. Like it ended like, I don't know how to fucking explain it. Like I think this is the best way to explain it is if you're a woman, this is how I imagine it, and you're getting fucked by a dude, and you're so close to busting your fucking nut, and you're busting, it's done. And then you're definitely not busting a nut. You're just like,
but not even
you don't have no orgasm. You're just like, I guess the night's done.
Yeah.
But not even that. Like, let's say you both are about to hit that about to show each other your O phase, and dude get a call from his wife, and he has to go.
Oh, fuck.
That's what it's fucking like. You get all this suspense, and all of a sudden you're just
all this build up.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and it was fucking blue balls and pussies.
It's worth watching. Please watch it. Because even though the ending was bad, the rest of the movie was good, and I think that simply watching the movie and showing that there's interest in movies like this will show us more minority groups in sci-fi movies, which is what we really need, because we need to have more original stories that are based upon minority characters.
There you go.
That's what we need, and not just rip-offs. 'Cause I can't fucking stand when people are just like, oh, we need a black Superman. No, we don't. There's a fucking Superman. We need a black Batman. No, we don't. There's a fucking Batman. Like, we need to have new stories. And this is definitely a new original story, and I will definitely commend Spike Lee on that.
Like, one thing...
Spike Lee that made this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One thing I like about this was that... So, I can't remember what comedian who said it, but it might have been Dave Chappelle or something like that. But a black person never wants to travel back in time.
Well, yeah.
There's nothing there for black, unless you're going back to Africa or something like that. There's nothing for black people in the past. Like, you want to go to the future, and this one
depends.
kind of play with it.
How much ordnance do I have?
Yeah, I mean, if you got like guns, lots of guns, and you can change the fucking past. Yeah.
I mean, if you put me back like 50 years in time, hand-to-hand combat, I could fuck up anybody, right? But as far as like firearms go, like,
they still had guns.
Well, if you go back with armor on and shit, then yeah, you can wreck some fucking
50
shit.
years ago, there's a bit of armor. So if I went back 100? No, a bit more than that. I have to go back 200 years. 20 years, firearms aren't very prevalent.
Yeah.
They're real shitty.
Yeah.
Real shitty. They definitely didn't know how to defend themselves with hand-to-hand combat yet. So I would take my chances.
Yeah, it makes me think of that episode of Justice League where Wonder Woman, Batman, and Green Lantern, they go back in the past. Yeah. And there's a scene, they're like in Western time.
Oh, yeah.
And like they're like cowboys and stuff are shooting at Wonder Woman, and she's like moving her arms. She's like, wow, the weapons back here were slower than they are now. Like, they were so fucking slow. But
is that the same one where one of they run into heroes? No, but there's one, oh no, they go to like the 50s, and one of the characters that's talking to Jon Stewart, and he's all, you're a credit to your people, son.
No, that one, they went to a different dimension.
A different dimension? Yeah, that one was, and like John's like, okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But this one, they went to the past because they were chasing after a time traveler guy, but then they went to the future where they met, like, future Static Shock and future,
I saw that
Batman
one.
Beyond.
Yeah, and then they run into the half Hawkman, half Lantern, half John.
So, you know what's weird about that whole thing where, like, they say, like, if you're black, you can't go back in time so far? But the weird thing is that there's, like, a lot of people today that are in slavery that are not black.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's like, there's more slavery today than there has been at any other period in human history.
Yeah.
And most people don't want to realize that, and a lot of black folks don't want to, like, really recognize that. It's just like, listen, if you want to talk about, you want reparations and talk about how bad slavery was, every African American, like our whole community, especially in America, we should be the biggest advocates for anti-slavery around the whole world. But we're not. We're like, most people are focused on just American issues and how fucked up Americans have treated Africans here in America. But there's still issues throughout the entire world with people that are not black, or even black as well, that are still going on right now, but you're choosing to ignore that because your forefathers had issues. And it's just like that to me, that's fucked up.
I'm gonna say Some do choose to ignore it. I think a lot of people just don't even realize how prevalent it is, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, you know, I wouldn't be surprised.
I think that just some people
They
are
need to
just
wake the fuck up.
Yeah, some people are just completely ignorant about it. It's not something that gets talked about very often in the media. I mean, you have to be really aware to know about the huge numbers of people who were, you know, sold into slavery, you know, all over the world. But you're right.
Yeah, I think it's a thing that everybody should know.
Yeah.
Everybody should know and like realize. And I think the other thing that people should realize is that somebody on this planet has it worse than you, unless they're dead. 'Cause then obviously that's the worst.
Yeah.
But there's always somebody that has it. Yes, yes, it is. Well, I guess it depends on what part of religion you believe in.
Yeah.
Well, it's either that or if you fighting some kind of like painful fucking disease or some shit like that, and you're like, you know what, death might just be the best thing to happen
You're
to
right.
me. Yeah.
You're right. But generally speaking, things, I mean, for most people, especially if you're here in America, you're already better than, like, I would venture to say 70% of the planet.
Maybe
Probably more than that. That's like conservative for me to say.
Yeah.
Because you're born in a first world country where you have to try or not try real fucking hard to fail in this country.
So
I've been to other countries where failure is the majority of everybody.
Yep.
And I think that once you go to places like that, it'll change your life. Like, you understand, like, when you have no bottom. In America, you have a bottom where, like, if you fuck up so bad and if you haven't committed crimes, there's a bottom where, like, America will save you. We have welfare. We have all these fucking social plans that will help you out to pull you up.
Still homelessness, but yeah.
Yeah, there's homelessness too, but you're ignoring all these plans that'll help you. If you're homeless in America, it's still vastly different from being homeless in Africa.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in Djibouti, it fucking rained real bad for a couple of days, and people died from rain.
Yeah.
Like, nobody in America, you know, unless there's like literally
Floods
like
and
a fucking hurricane or some shit like that, or a flood, like a legit flood. Nobody's dying from fucking rain.
No, but I will say, and we don't live in a super duper cold weather place, but if you're homeless in obviously, you know, super cold weather places, then you're going to be.
But that's also, you know, what's interesting is that there's not a whole lot of homeless people in cold places.
I mean, like Chicago and Detroit, right?
Not a lot.
No?
No. Look at there's a lot in New York.
Okay.
But as far as like the vast majority of like homeless people, there's a lot in California. There's a lot in like below, like where it gets like super freezing cold.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll look it up as we're talking. But
So, quick thing, I know nobody else probably watches, but there's a show on Netflix called Bruno. This show is so fucking funny, but so it's about a guy who has a dog named Bruno, and all this crazy shit happens to him. And the acting and stuff like this is fucking horrible. Like, the acting is really fucking bad. Like, this is like...
You're recommending it.
Yeah, but I'm recommending it because it's fucking funny. So there's a guy who has a dog, and, like, he's, like, super protective of his dog. And, like, there's, like, another guy that has a dog, and he's, like... They're, like, competing against each other. Like, if you watch a trailer, like, the guy's come up to a stoplight, and the guy's like, oh, yeah, is that your dog? Like, your dog is cool. And he's like, oh, yeah, Bruno, sit. And, like, Bruno sits. The guy's like, oh, my dog can do that, too. He's all, like, Chelsea, sit. And the dog sits. But then, like, he's like, Chelsea, like, roll over. And the guy's like, oh, Bruno, roll over. And Bruno's like, fuck you, dude. And something like that. And, like, the guy's, like, super embarrassed by it or whatever. It's almost like, I want to say it's kind of like, almost like Broad City, but, like, with animals a little bit. Just on the humor side. Just with the humor side. But there's this one badass fucking Latin chick that shows up in the show.
Oh. Now you got me talking.
She's fucking nuts. I posted in the group chat. It's a chick from the roller skating show.
Oh,
Glow?
yeah.
That chick's in it, and she's fucking
Glow. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's chick is so fucking hot.
Nice.
But like, it's just super fucking funny. Like, I definitely and episodes are like 10 minutes long.
Okay.
I think there's like 8 of them, and they're 10 to 15 minutes long, and you can power through it like real easily. But it's a really funny, cool show on Netflix.
Very cool.
But another thing, so I'm kind of scrolling on Facebook while we're doing the podcast, and apparently Black Mirror just dropped today.
Yeah, I did hear that.
So new episodes of Black Mirror just dropping, like
the whole season, obviously.
the whole season, and like Facebook is blowing up with it. Like people are like, "Oh shit, this is fucking dope."
I gotta
like,
watch where that came at. She got creeped out with from first of all Black Mirror and then Twilight Zone.
I haven't watched Twilight Zone since the one with the black kid.
Yeah, I need to watch.
I gotta catch up on it.
Yeah, I gotta catch up on it because they were really good.
Yes, but yeah, Black Mirror, like people saying like the Miley Cyrus episode is actually really good.
I believe it. She's weird enough for that episode to be interesting on its own.
Yeah.
She come in like a wrecking ball.
She probably does.
Did we have any B's and B's?
There's a few.
There was one in the chat that was really good.
There was one in the chat. It was earlier.
Yeah, well, Warfellow had asked, you know how like somebody had redid the battle scene between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Oh yeah, seen it.
And he asked, like, what fight scene or what scene would you like to see recreated in modern times?
Well, to be honest with you, like pretty much any Star Wars show or Star Wars movie after episode 4 and beyond, episode 4 through 6, sorry, could be redone. Well, people give a lot of shit to the Star Wars, the prequel movies, about being really bad, but their action was way fucking better.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Compared to like 4 through 6.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I mean, Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace had probably the best saber fight ever committed to the film.
Yeah, I mean, it was fucking excellent. Yeah.
With Ray Park versus racist Qui-Gon and Ewan Jedi. I mean, that's
he killed a black guy.
Yeah.
Well, he tried to kill a black guy, and he got killed by a black guy. Maybe that's why I was so mad.
Because he came back, got new legs. Yeah.
And he's basically Jesus, right? He didn't really die.
There you go.
Yeah, but he ends up dying eventually.
He didn't die.
He does die.
His spirit is still alive.
Oh, I'm talking about Darth Maul.
Oh, Darth Maul. He didn't die either.
Yeah, he does. He dies.
Not from that.
Not from that. He dies later.
Yeah, way later.
Yeah, it is way later, but he still dies.
He gets fucking spider legs and shit.
Yeah, it's weird because, like, when they have a rematch, everybody was pissed because it literally lasts 3 seconds. But he meets his end real quick. And he dies by Ben Kenobi, not Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that. All right, so he had Star Wars. What else you got? In terms of...
trying to think of like an epic fight scene that could be redone.
I'm going to give you one while you're thinking. I would love to see from Kill Bill, The Bride versus... I'm going to say Lucy Liu. The one in Japan, where it had the Crazy 88s. Crazy 88s first,
good, yeah.
and then she fights her in the snow outside of the bar.
Lucy Liu is still fine as fuck.
Yes, she is.
And she's like, I think 50 now.
Yeah.
I mean, she's up there, but
Lucy Liu and Uma. I've always liked.
See, Uma's. I never had a thing for Uma. I mean, she seems cool as fuck. Like I'd hang out with her, but I don't think she's like
bad.
Hot. Yeah, I don't think she's like Lucy Liu hot.
I give Lucy the nod over.
Yeah.
So that's my
how old she is.
What you got, old ninja?
Yeah, there's so many though. I'm trying to think. Like, what would have had? I would like to see the Matrix Revolutions, the final of the Matrix film. That very last fight, I think,
with Neo and
Mr. Smith, where they're doing their Dragon Ball Z fight in the air.
Yep.
That needs to be redone. Like, I was not happy with that.
Nobody was.
Yeah, I mean, it ended kind of abruptly. I like to see some more like fighting with that.
Yeah, Lucy Liu is 50, by the way, and she is still bad as fuck. Yeah.
Shit. I was gonna jokingly say, like, I want to see the fight from from the Princess Diary with my name is Don Colillo. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah,
like that would be a cool scene because that scene was kind of, you know, it was kind of one-sided and stuff like that. Like I like to see them like really battle it out and see each person's like sword fighting skill. But I would. Oh shit! I want to think of something from Terminator, but there's not really big like fight scenes in Terminator. It's all about guns and shit.
I mean, there's one at the end, but it mainly is all weapons and shit.
Oh, you know what would be a good one? Is was it Equilibrium?
Oh, but those fights are pretty
with the gun fu, like compared to like John Wick and shit like that.
Gun katas.
I'm saying gung fu. like to see like them do some cool shit with the guns with that would be kind of fucking dope. Yeah, I would say that.
Oh, you already know. You know what we missed? A lot of people probably would have wanted a redo of the Night King fighting Jon Snow instead of Arya sneaking up. A lot of people thought that was going to happen. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind John fighting the Night King, or John fighting Grey Worm as he tries to go to the throne room and he has to kill Grey Worm to get to Daenerys.
There you go.
I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not a proponent for the petition to remake the show. I think that the show ended on a note that it should have ended, despite what some of y'all may think, or y'all up in your feelings. Y'all forgot what show you were watching, but there are parts that I feel were rushed. But for the entirety of the show, it ended where it needed to end.
There you go.
I got a question for you guys.
What you got?
Who do you got, Lucy Liu or Ming-Na Wen?
Ming-Na Wen.
Ming-Na Wen from
Ming-Na Wen from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, that's a good question.
We saw her. We saw her at WonderCon last year.
This is for a fight, or this is for just being
it's being
on my arm?
Going inside.
Yeah.
Looking great at advanced age.
Yes.
I got Ming-Na Wen.
Yeah, I got Ming-Na Wen too.
Yeah, I got
Sorry,
her
Lucy
too.
Liu.
Damn,
I've been
pull her up. I ain't seen her in a minute.
We saw her at WonderCon last year.
Oh no, she does look. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry. Now I see her in my mind. Yeah, you're right.
She's on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and still.
She got a little bit more body with it, you know.
Yeah, she's got. I mean, because she's like. She's still doing action scenes. She does her own stuff.
Yeah,
she fucked up her own leg.
I'll take her.
Did she just recently have a baby too, or is that?
I have no idea.
Is that only in my imagination?
I mean, if that was me,
Ming-Na Wen looks.
I'd be trying to give her babies every year.
Is she still in Souls, or what the fuck's going on here?
She sang soon. Your soul is mine.
How old is she?
Hey, look at that.
She's like 52, I think.
Man, I like it.
Man.
That smile, everything about it.
Is she pregnant in that one picture?
I don't know.
I don't want to see her pregnant.
She's 55, so she's older.
She's older. She's fucking beautiful.
She bringing it. She bringing it.
God damn.
Lucy got the freckles, but she bringing it.
All right, I got. I'll do you one more. So Ming-Na Wen versus Michelle Yeoh. Who you showing?
Yo, I gotta see
no,
who
I'm
that
going
is.
Ming-Na Wen.
Ming-Na Wen?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I got a lot of love for Michelle Yeoh for being in a lot of Jackie Chan movies.
Yeah.
But Ming-Na Wen.
Well, she's also in Star Trek Discovery.
Yes, I know.
Oh,
I was
okay,
going old school.
Yeah. Yeah, she's in a lot of Jackie Chan films.
Dude,
Is she in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon?
yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
She's in
She
both,
brought it.
isn't she? Because the sequel's a
there was a
Netflix
sequel.
exclusive.
Yeah, I forgot about the sequel.
The second one's a Netflix exclusive.
Shut the fuck up, really?
Yeah.
Dude, I thought Zing Dang Ying was fucking hot as hell.
Oh, she's in Godzilla.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Well, she was in that Netflix special
That's
too.
right. She is.
Yeah,
She's
that's
a scientist.
She's
Okay,
a scientist. She's
She
the
was-
one who says kaiju.
Yeah.
She was the one. She was also in the Netflix the Cloverfield.
She is in
thingy.
Cloverfield. She
Yeah.
dies. She gets solidified in
Frozen or
water
some
and then
shit?
fucking sucked out
Yeah,
into space. That sucks so bad. We actually have another. This one might require a little bit of thinking, but this is from Dirty Stew. What is your Mount Rushmore of comic book writers, artists, and creators?
God damn,
I'll pass on that one.
That's a really good one.
You want to wait?
Can we save that one? I want to do even more research on
We
it.
waited a week, but you're right. We need to wait again. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I saw the question a while ago, like last week.
Yeah, I want
I
to pay
forgot to
tribute
answer.
to
All
it.
right. So
I know Hickman's gonna be up there.
So Dirty Stew has another one. So he really enjoyed. He listened to the anime villain panel. Thank you for listening.
Nice.
He was just wondering what anime has the best villain but is not a good show.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
question.
I remember him saying that, but I have never continuously watched a anime show that had a bad villain.
Wait, are we limiting this to anime or maybe just live action
we
as
should.
well?
From the panel, I thought
Yeah, okay.
it had to be about it.
Yeah, it had to be
I thought you were
anime.
gonna open it up, but okay.
Well, if you open it up, I mean, like, if it's a
Live action?
Even like shows.
I don't know why are you saying live action?
I'm just saying.
Live action what?
Live action TV show?
Like with humans.
What live action TV show had a shit villain that
Like I was thinking Heroes.
still watch?
Yeah.
Like the original Heroes. Like was it Siler?
Siler.
Siler. Well, he was
Like
good
he
at
was
first.
dope though. Yeah, until he became like kind of pussy made.
The whole show got.
Yeah.
Remember they had the writers' strike in the middle of that
Yeah.
second season or something?
Well, even
it was like
when they
second
tried to
or
reboot it, like the reboot wasn't that great either.
It
They
was
tried.
Heroes Reborn.
So much potential.
Yeah.
It did have potential. It ended shitty. But all right, so anime, best villain.
Anything.
That's a tough one, man.
Good villain,
I think I
shitty
gotta
show.
go back into the lab with that one because I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
So we're gonna have to
can't-
shelve that one.
I don't think that there's no show in anime that has a bad villain that is still a good show.
Yeah.
Like
Well, you said a bad villain, but shitty show.
What?
Or sorry, good villain, shitty show.
A good villain, shitty show?
Yeah. So the villain is good, but the show is shit.
I can't even think of one.
Yeah.
If you have a good villain, that should elevate the hero.
It's an interesting question. I'll do a little research, but nothing's coming up.
That question's almost like divided by 0.
Hold on. I can tell you that a villain that let me down
Who?
was in Bleach. I can't pronounce his name because it's hard.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Ulukria or something like that.
The guy who turned into like the Panther, right? Or
No. Actually, he was okay. Jagger Jack, that's the guy, the Panther guy. Ulukria, I can't pronounce his fucking name. But he was the guy who had this. He was shit! I should have fucking researched this because I haven't watched Bleach in fucking forever. But he was a hollow that can go stage 2. He's the first one that went to stage 2, and that's when
Met Ichigo.
That's when Ichigo put on the hollow mask and basically went fucking evil and fucked him up. Like fucked him up bad.
Okay.
But but he was still good though. He let me down, but he elevated Ichigo to a new level. That's why I always say a good villain should elevate a hero to a new status. They have to elevate the heroes. You cannot have you cannot have a villain that doesn't elevate the hero.
Yeah.
That should be the main focusing point of if you're gonna be a writer, you need to write a good villain to elevate the hero.
There you go.
And he elevated the hero to a new level to where he's basically went on pretty much god status.
Yeah, he had the crazy fucking name.
Yeah, it's hard to pronounce.
It's like Yukirira?
Yeah,
God damn.
ULQUIORRA. I can't pronounce that shit. It's fucking difficult. Basically, he turned into like this crazy ass fucking bat thing, and he was fucking badass. And he killed Ichigo.
Damn.
Ichigo came back in like this crazy god status and fucked him up.
Yeah.
So.
And that's when the series was canceled.
Well, no, it actually went many seasons after that.
Oh, it did? Oh, I thought it got canceled after that.
Oh no! It got canceled after he went to the fucking the full bring and all that shit. It got bad like after a while.
Yeah.
But that was the last good story arc.
Damn.
Was that one?
Yeah, I stopped watching it after the whole fucking soccer filler.
Yeah.
Soccer?
Yeah, it was.
Filler episodes are bad, man.
Well, no, for this, it was so bad because there was a main story that was going on. Ichigo was fighting against like Lockjaw or whatever. And they're like, oh, on this episode, we're gonna stop and not talk about Ichigo fighting Lockjaw. We're gonna go and talk about this soccer fucking match with this magical princess shit.
Yeah, you missed a lot. So
I gave up after that. I was like, fuck this.
It was Grimjaw Jagger Jack.
Yeah,
His name was. And yeah, they did it twice in the season, in that whole series, where in the middle of a badass fight scene, they stopped everything and put on filler.
God damn.
I was like, but the show is still good. Sorry.
Let's round.
You know what had bad fillers? Fucking Witchblade. Me and Cake Man talk about
I
this.
didn't watch it.
Oh my god, it had the worst filler. When it was getting good, it turned to shit.
That fucking sucks.
There's one more B than B.
Oh no, we gotta wrap it up.
Wrap it up?
Save it. Yeah.
Well, all right, we'll save it next.
People gotta work in the morning. I don't.
Yeah.
But
Old Ninja, what you got popping this week?
So I'm gonna bite the bullet and watch Dark Phoenix this week.
Oh boy.
Probably seeing it Friday. It's getting
The
flamed.
trailers look good though.
Trailers look good, but the critics so far are flaming it.
Some users too.
Yeah, there's some users flaming it. I've seen some people compare it, saying there's people saying that if this was an MCU film, everyone would fucking suck his dick. But I'm like, this is still a Marvel film. This is still a Marvel property. So.
That's funny. Saying the trailers look good is like saying that Pamela Anderson back in the 90s was hot, but she also had hepatitis.
Oh, god damn.
Yeah, that she did.
Y'all forget.
But every time I think of trailers, I always think of was it Highlander or not Highlander?
Highlander.
Skyline.
Oh, Skyline.
Yeah. 'Cause that looked good, but that movie.
You know,
They made more than one.
Yeah, there's a sequel, and they're both on Netflix.
And they're both horrible.
Yeah, so seeing Dark Phoenix this week. Now that Black Mirror is out, gonna drop that. Still playing the Division 2. I did not get a chance to twitch out Dauntless, but I plan on.
I downloaded it.
Yeah, I've been playing it a little bit. I mean, I don't play it that much, but I plan on trying to go in pretty deep. I plan on twitching a bit more. Hopefully the rest of us do as well. I know that Stitch is itching to do the raid hopefully we get to see him twitch that out this weekend. Should be on the lookout for that. Watching some of this NBA final stuff a little bit. So Friday night, I'm going to see what's going to happen. Hopefully the Warriors bounce back.
The Warriors lost today.
Of course they lost, but hopefully Friday they bounce back.
Yeah, they got beat bad.
Yeah, so I think that's it.
Yeah. Carlos, what you got?
What am I doing this weekend?
Oh, E3 shit?
No. Well, I mean, I'll try, but it's all like 5 something. But there's something I'm doing this. Oh, your kid's party.
Oh yeah, that's right, on Saturday.
Jesus Christ, you should have said something. But next weekend, the weekend after this weekend, my oldest daughter gets here. But I'm gonna push to get the vast majority of the shed done, the Infinity base done.
The week after, okay.
Yeah, because first of all, one of my big TVs is in my daughter's room. It's on her bed, so I need to put it in the Infinity base. And I just need to get shit done before she gets here, so I can just have my shit finished.
There you go.
She's going to the Art Academy University in San Francisco.
Yeah,
it's gonna be pretty cool. Other than that, not much going on. Oh, I'm gonna film another workout video on Saturday. So yeah, that's it.
Blue, what you got?
So the Sweetness and I are actually going to be going to Seattle this weekend.
Nice.
We're just going out there to hang out and just, kind of get away from it all.
Coffee and weed.
Yeah, y'all are a couple that just travel.
Is it legal up there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker.
It's legal here, too.
Well, I know it's legal here. I get high all the fucking time, but...
It's legal in a lot of places, man.
But because Kevin Pereira had a show. I thought it was called, like, not super... That wasn't Super High Mean, but it was something else. But he went to a restaurant where they had a steak that had fucking cannabis butter that was drilled on top of it.
Whoa.
It was fucking insane. I think it might have been in Colorado. Colorado's legal too, right? Wasn't they the first state? I think it was based in Colorado. But oh man, yeah, I'm gonna fucking try to get high up there. But
yeah. It's a funny story. But remember when we did that race, the Spartan?
Yeah.
And I got hypothermia.
Oh yeah. You went up to.
Yeah, so I went to Washington, which is like the one closest to me that was the soonest. Mm-hmm. And I went up there and I finished the race just fine, but I got really bad. What do you call that shit? The bottom of your feet?
Calluses?
Not calluses. It was
blisters?
It was painful. It was like there's a tendon that goes through your foot.
Tendonitis?
Not tendonitis.
Carpal tunnel?
Not carpal tunnel. That's in your fucking hands and your wrist. I can't remember. Anyway, some shit that happens to your feet. Basically, I could barely fucking walk.
Damn.
But weed was legal there, so I got to get a little high to fucking help my feet out. So,
So me and the Sweetness, we're doing that. So we're going to do like the Space Needle. We're going to hit up a few museums, this and that, and this and that. But I got a photo shoot on Monday, too, which I'm kind of excited about. Like, there's actually a paid customer who's not a friend or a family member, so it's going to be good shit. But I'm looking forward to that. And definitely going to try to watch Black Mirror probably once we come back. But I'm also hoping we can cover E3 next week too.
Yeah.
So you can definitely look out for tweets from us, hopefully on Twitter and probably some stuff on Facebook as well.
Good shit. I started off on that HBO show Chernobyl. God damn, that's a good fucking show, man.
That Stitch was talking about that, right?
Basically, it's a horror show.
Yeah.
Plantar fasciitis. That's what it's called.
Okay.
That's what I had.
I had never heard of that before.
Yeah,
it's fucking awful.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good. But Chernobyl is a fucking horror show with radiation as the monster. So I like that a whole lot. And I did see some of it's like a 6-part one on the Central Park 5 on Netflix with Ava DuVernay called When They See Us. So far, so good.
A lot of fucking controversy behind that.
Rightly so. I mean, it's about the fucked up judicial system and a prosecutor that was a fucking cunt. And,
I remember the story too about the 5 kids who were just hanging out at the park, right?
Yeah. And they
caught up in some shit.
Definitely worth seeing so far. I'm only on episode 2 on that one, but
I didn't know it was
really
a
good.
series. I thought it was a movie.
Yeah, it's a 4 or 5 parter.
Damn.
But
like Chernobyl.
What was that movie with the white guy that got all?
Making a murder.
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite as long as that one, but it has like John Leguizamo and the guy from The Wire in it too. Catching up on Black Clover as well, and I'm actually knee deep in some fucking Call of Duty, back on the fucking zombie mode and a little bit of multiplayer. So.
You need to get Battlefield 5, you bitch.
I do need to get some Battlefield 5. I have been itching.
You need to get
for
the
it.
Division 2.
Yeah, that too, bitch.
Battlefield 5 is looking good.
No, but Division 2 is way better than everything you just
They're
said.
both fun. Just get both. Get it in the package deal. Goddamn. Anyway. We're Black and Black Times Infinity.
Infinity.
Check us out. Check us out on the webs at BThanBTI. That's BTHANBTI. Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Play FM, Apple Podcasts. Go on there, rate us, give us 5 stars, leave a comment. Our official website, binheadproductions.com/BThanBTI. Check it out. All of our stuff's on there. And then on Amazon, we have an app on there. You can go down and download it, and it'll let you know when we go live.
We're also on a new platform called Radio Public, and we'll be on Spotify shortly.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Thank y'all.
Thankness is coming your way.
Radio Public pays us, so listen on there.
There you go.